Welcome to Week 9 of Football Fridays in Georgia, here on Georgia Public Broadcasting. Tonight we're in Houston, Georgia, where the Mill Creek Hawks will take on the Collins Hill Eagles in a big Region 7 rivalry.
Plus, it's senior night here at Mill Creek. I'm Claire Sims. I'll let you know how you can help make sure students all across the state get to celebrate their senior year.
I'm Matt Stewart. Coming up in our College Football Hall of Fame recruiting segment, we'll take a look at one of the top offensive linemen in the state. He's going to Auburn. He'll be on the field here tonight.
And I'm Chuck Smith, and I'll tell you who has all the muscle and the advantages in the trenches coming up.
So it's the Collins Hill Eagles, it's the Mill Creek Hawks. The Football Fridays in Georgia's All Access Pass pregame show is coming up next, live on GPB. Hi again and welcome to the Football Fridays in Georgia All Access Pass. Tonight we're in Houston, Georgia at Mill Creek Community Stadium, where the 4-3 Hawks will host the 5-2 Collins Hill Eagles. Both teams are 3-1 in Region 7. In fact, there are 4 teams in Region 7 with identical 3-1 records, all chasing Norcross at 4-0. So this game is huge when it comes to the standings. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mark Harmon.
And I'm Claire Sims. Both of these teams are on fire headed into tonight. Collins Hill has won 3 in a row. Mill Creek has won their last 2 in a row. And they won those games 63-7 over Meadow Creek and 55-7 over Mountain View. So that scoreboard is going to get a workout.
We should see a lot of scoring tonight. And, of course, it's senior night here for Mill Creek, so that adds a little special celebration to it as well.
Yeah, the parents have been lined up taking their senior night photos with their kids. It's been really fun. And people have been fired up about this one all week long, and they have been getting in touch with our Grace Olson. So let's check in with Grace now and a few Twitter pics. Grace?
That's right. Thank you, Claire. Our whole philosophy here with GPB Sports is to make everybody a part of the high school football experience, whether you're at the game or not. So social media is the best tool to do that. Grab your phone, grab your laptop, find GPB Sports on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and join the conversation. We'll be posting from the field, from the stands, from the sidelines all night long, so make sure to check us out on social media. Now, one of the rowdy groups we're going to see here tonight is the Mill Creek student section. They call themselves Creeks Freaks. Here's a photo we're going to show you. This was tweeted out by a national student section Twitter account, kind of honoring, putting on display some of the best student sections in the state. So that's pretty cool that they got up there. And this is a big region game tonight, so we're expecting a lot from Collins Hill's side of the sideline as well. Here's another tweet I found from them earlier today. This says, tonight's game will be televised by GPB Sports, obviously. Let's pack their stadium and show the state how loud Eagle Nation is. So you make sure to join the conversation with GPB Sports on social media. Now, tonight we're celebrating this amazing game we call football, but this American sport emerged from another sport that we don't really see around these parts very often, but you will find that sport at Mill Creek High School.
Perfecting the pass, catch, tackle, and block. You'll see a lot of this on any given fall afternoon at Mill Creek High. But the state's largest school serves nearly 4,000 kids, and a lot of diverse interests at that.
Behind me, the Mill Creek football players practice the game that brings Friday nights to life. But just a few fields over, another team of Hawks learns the game that laid football's foundation.
Football was based off of rugby, and they changed the rules and stuff, but rugby came long before football did. I love it because anyone can do anything. Like the linemen in football, they never touch the ball, even though they want to. They die to do it. Here, big or small, you can run it, you can tackle, you can do whatever.
Rugby's not an official GHSA sport, but this team has built itself through word of mouth.
Cho came up to me during lunch one day and he told me, come play, it's just like football, everyone plays. There's kicks and kick returns. There's defense and offense. The difference is though that in football, you know, you have your start and your stop, your start and your stop. In rugby, you just keep on going.
So this looks similar to some gear and machinery you see in football. What is this?
Okay, so this is for our forward line. This is called a scrum machine, and what they do is you have 3 guys, each head goes in these little slots, and their shoulders go in here. And usually we'll have a person on the back to, you know, try and counter the weight that they'll be going against.
Cho and Brandon have spent past football seasons between the hashes. But as for Samaj Starling, he's doing double duty right now between both sports.
Now you came over here from football practice. That's a long day of practice.
This is my first year playing it.
And how long have you played football?
My entire life, basically.
Samaj, raised on football. Coach Roberts, raised on rugby. The South African native is certainly qualified to be leading this brigade.
What are some of the things you find when you're teaching boys that haven't grown up playing this sport?
Ball handling, especially the bigger guys. They don't get to handle the ball in football. In rugby, all 15 have to handle the ball, and that's the biggest thing, is to teach these guys how to throw a ball.
Regardless of which sport suits your fancy, the history behind their connection is certainly worth the lesson.
In the mid-1870s, football evolved from a soccer-based game into a rugby game. And they stole some of the rules from rugby, the crossbar, the dimensions of the goalpost. And then in the 1880s, Walter Camp, who was a rugby player, he's known as the father of American football, and so he then came up with the idea of developing the line of scrimmage, and this is where we make the break from rugby, and here we have soccer in the development of football.
Back at Mill Creek High School, Coach Roberts continues teaching the fundamentals of rugby, while football head coach Shannon Jarvis leads that football frenzy. As for Samaj Starling's two-a-days between the pigskin sport and its ancestor, Coach Jarvis is all for it.
Rugby's like any of them. You know, you got to be physical, you got to be strong. There's benefits for that sport to be able to help those football players as well.
1, 2, 3, horse!
Now, a couple of the guys you heard from in that story, Brandon Warwick and Calvin Cho, they used to play football. They played football for years before starting to play rugby, and their teammate Samaj Starling, he'll be on the field tonight playing nose guard, so the rest of the rugby team will be in the stands watching their teammate on the field. Back over to you, Mark.
All right, thanks very much, Grace. Now, coming up, we've got broadcasting veteran Matt Stewart and former Atlanta Falcon Chuck Smith. They're going to call this game tonight. They're going to have a little X and O segment now, a little chalk talk, so they can tell us who to watch from the field, a segment we call Extra Point.
Thanks, Mark. Chuck, let's take a look at our extra points, the keys to tonight's game. Let's start with Collins Hill and not the full Monty.
That's exactly right. Monty Horn, the sophomore quarterback, they can't put it all away in his hands. Look, Collins Hill needs to run the ball. They need to make plays when they can, and everybody's going to have to step up, and it can't just be the full Monty.
Don't be Goliath and get beat by David.
That's exactly right. Look, here's the deal. Daniel David is electrifying at quarterback. He's an Appalachian State commit. I mean, you got to take something away. Is it going to be the pass or the run? I'll say they should try to take away the run and make them one-dimensional and have to throw the ball.
And Daniel David, Mill Creek's quarterback, three-star dual-threat quarterback. For Mill Creek, it's strength versus strength.
The big boys, this is what I love, rhino on rhino. You got Collins Hill's defensive line versus Mill Creek's offensive line, arguably the best in the state. Who will win the battle of the trenches? I think it's going to be Mill Creek, but it's going to be a heck of a battle.
And the Hawks can't get lost in space.
Well, you can't get lost in space because think about this. The Hawks, they're going to get thrown at a lot today, and guess what? Collins Hill likes to throw the bubble, the now, the quick screens. They have to be perfect tacklers. They got to bend their knees, and they got to keep their eyes on their visual target. That will be the key for the Hawks.
All right, that's your extra points. Claire, back to you.
Thank you so much, guys. One of the most common sports injuries is tearing your ACL. You've probably heard of that, and it's something that not just football players need to make sure that they protect. So now joining us for our signature moment tonight, this is Dr. Robert Hamilton from Cigna. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so why do these happen so frequently? You hear about them from the NFL down here to the high school level.
Sure. The ACL is a stabilizing ligament for your knee, and the knee is a hinge joint. It's really not intended to be hit from the side and bend side to side. So we're really stable moving forward and backwards with our knee. But when you get hit from the side, for example, when linemen get rolled up on by another lineman coming in from the side, it really impacts the ACL, and the risk of a tear is great. You can try to lift. Exercise is very important, trying to stabilize your leg, make sure that your leg is as strong as possible. And by doing the proper weightlifting and conditioning with your legs, you can reduce the impact of an ACL, but still, some of it just happens no matter what kind of shape you're in.
And obviously, this is something that you need surgically repaired. After surgery, how important is it to do that rehab that your doctor prescribes?
Rehab is critical, and the advances that have been made in the repair of the ACL and the rehab after an injury are incredible. In the past, people would be laid up for years, over a year. Now, you know, some people can come back in 4 to 6 months. It's amazing, and rehab is the huge part of that. You can go in and do the surgical repair, but then you have to re-strengthen the muscles around the knee and make sure that you really rebuild that stability, or it can happen again.
All right. Dr. Robert Hamilton of Cigna for tonight's Signature Moment. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now it's time to send it over to our friend John Nelson. He is standing by with the head coach from Collins Hill. John?
Here with the coach, and we're doing a little DeKalb County reminiscing, but let's get about tonight. It looks like it's 5 teams for 4 spots, nothing new in this region.
Yeah, you know, we control our own destiny. We feel like if we win 1, that'll put us in the playoffs. If we win 2, that'll put us in either 2nd or 3rd. If we win 3, we got a chance for a region championship, but unfortunately, if we don't win any of the last 3, then we're probably out. So.
Next thing on my mind, you're starting a lot of young kids. Week 1, they were young kids. They're not young anymore. Starting freshmen and sophomores, they're not that age anymore.
Well, we graduated all 11 starters on offense, so we're as green as we've ever been at Collins Hill. But I'll be honest with you, we've made the playoffs last 6 years, and we plan on making it again this year. But our young kids have done a great job. They really don't play like sophomores.
All right, it's time to play the match game. Last question up on the board. To win here tonight in hostile territory, I need to blank.
We've got to stop their quarterback. It's no big secret. They do a great job with their offense, and their quarterback is the key. So if we can kind of hem him up and get him kind of corralled and our kids kind of corral him, I think we got a chance tonight.
All right, good luck. We'll see you out on the field.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Coach Reach, he's ready to go up against Mill Creek. Let's send it back over to the set for more.
You know, with just 3 weeks to go of the regular season, all these games, it's all ramped up.
Yeah, and it's so crazy to believe we're almost at the end of the season. If they want to keep playing, they got to keep winning.
Right, then it's the second season. All right, we're just getting started here on the All Access Pass pregame show. Coming up next, Matt Stewart drops by to talk recruiting, and there are a lot of blue chippers to talk about in tonight's game.
Plus, I'll let you know, hey, high schoolers, you could win $2,500. I'll have all the rules ahead. That and much more as Football Fridays in Georgia's All Access Pass continues right here.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. Cigna, go you. And viewers like you, thank you.
Georgia cotton farmers want you to know cotton is grown in 91 Georgia counties on over 1 million acres. Cotton makes a $2.5 billion economic impact and accounts for over 15,000 jobs in Georgia. Cotton's innovative production has lowered water use per pound of cotton by 75% since 1980. One bale of cotton can make 215 pairs of denim jeans or 700 towels. Cotton is a natural choice for Georgia.
Football Fridays in Georgia is live every Friday on GPB during football season, and you never know who you're going to run into. Sometimes it's a very famous comedian who thinks you might be a redneck. I've interviewed Jeff Foxworthy before, but this was one of those rare times when I got to interview him as a dad. His daughter was homecoming queen.
I'm thrilled for her tonight. This is her night.
I also got to tell everyone what Jeff's middle name is. I cannot wait for this season of Football Fridays. Go online and let us know some of your favorite moments.
Hey Georgia high school students, GPB's annual Stop the Drop video contest is back and open for entry. Show off your creative side with a 30-second PSA about the value of staying in school. You can win a cash prize and make a difference. Visit gpb.org/stopthedrop for more information.
Welcome back to the GPB All Access Pass pregame show as we get ready for kickoff between Collins Hill and Mill Creek right here on Football Fridays in Georgia.
And tonight's game is loaded with players that are going to be playing at the next level on Saturdays.
Yeah, and it's always something exciting to get to see them before they were famous, right?
That's right. Well, one guy who's kept a close eye on all of these guys is our play-by-play man, Matt Stewart. He's with us for the College Football Hall of Fame Recruiting Roundup. And let's start with the visitors, right? They've got a guy going to the Plains who is a load.
Yeah, well, actually, you're talking about Mill Creek. We're starting with Mill Creek here, and Caleb Kim, who's the number 25 offensive tackle in the country, a 24/7 Sports composite offensive lineman. He has been committed to Auburn since April. B.J. Grimes, the offensive line coach there at Auburn, says probably going to play guard or center at the next level, although he lines up at strong side tackle for the Mill Creek Hawks. Unofficial visit to Auburn tomorrow, going to be there for their game against South Carolina, and he is going to play in the U.S. Army Bowl in January as well. Just a couple of weeks ago was the Atlanta Touchdown Club Lineman of the Week.
Let's talk about their running back coming in, Jonathan Hawkins.
Jonathan Hawkins has 5 offers. Among those offers included Auburn and also Penn State, North Carolina State, and Arkansas on that list. 24/7 Sports composite 3-star running back, 791 yards rushing so far this season, has scored 9 rushing touchdowns. He's averaging 10.3 yards per carry mark and 113 a game. He's already 7th in Mill Creek history with 1,152 career yards rushing.
All right, let's talk Collins Hill for a minute. Who has the college scouts drooling?
Well, 2 defensive linemen. They line up next to each other on that Eagles defensive line. They both have the same last name, Fox, but they are not related. Let's start with Miles Fox, who is the senior. He committed to Old Dominion in June, part of the Eagles pipeline to that Conference USA school that already includes quarterback Taylor Heineke, defensive end Andrew Everett, and wide receiver Nick England. He's a 24/7 Sports composite 3-star defensive tackle wearing number 90. Coach Kevin Reach says he is the best defensive tackle he has coached in 26 years. If he was 6'3", he's only 6 foot. If he was 6'3", everybody, all the big-time schools would be on him. 6 sacks and a team-leading 10 tackles for loss.
And Toman Fox, he's a load too.
Absolutely, a junior with 13 offers. Kevin Reach says he might be the best recruit ever to come out of Collins Hill. His offers include Georgia Tech, Tennessee, Miami, Mizzou, number 28 junior weak side defensive end. He's already got another season to go. 2 unofficial visits to Georgia already this season. He led Gwinnett County in sacks last year, Mark, with 15 when he was just a sophomore.
All right, that's our College Football Hall of Fame Recruiting Roundup with Matt Stewart.
Not every student who graduates from high school wants to go on to college, but they have options. Let's go now to our Grace Olson with a segment about Go Build Georgia. Grace?
Here at GPB, we're always interested in hearing about what students are doing at their high schools. But Go Build Georgia is interested in what those students do after they graduate. Their mission is to educate Georgia high school students about the trade industry. And this week, we give you a look at what it takes to be a welder.
This may look like your typical classroom, but the curriculum taught here at Georgia Trade School is anything but ordinary. It's one of many schools in the state that teaches students the trade of welding, an industry with a growing demand for workers in Georgia.
We purposely kept it small, so probably about 120 students a year, and our placement rate is about 94%.
Sean Quinton is the vice president of Georgia Trade School. His welding career began in 2008, and as a Georgia State graduate, he sees the trades from both sides of the fence.
I think people do have this idea in their head that, oh, I don't want my son or daughter going into the trades because, you know, it limits their ceiling as far as income.
In fact, the average salary for a Georgia welder is more than $34,000 per year, well over that of a typical high school graduate. In 4 to 6 months, these students will be ready to start their careers, and Georgia Trade School will add more photos to the wall.
When you love what you do, you never really work. So it's just coming in here and having fun every day for the most part, and building a career off having fun.
We wouldn't have anything without electricians, plumbers, welders. These trades are absolutely critical, and Go Build Georgia is, I think, really driving that.
Now, Go Build Georgia is an incredible resource for students interested in exploring Georgia's trades, and I'm going to show you their website. You just go to gobuildgeorgia.com, and here you can find out a lot more about different avenues you can pursue within Georgia's trades. Back over to you guys on the set, Mark and Claire.
All right, Grace, thanks very much. Now, Georgia students, the graduation rate is taking strides in the right direction, in part to your great Stop the Drop stories and everything else. You do a great job on that. But still, only 71.5% of the graduates graduated with their fellow students.
Right. And a program called C5 Georgia, they are working to increase that rate to 100% of high school students graduating. They are doing that by helping students realize their full potential despite their circumstances.
I'm at 3,400 looking for 35. It's worth a whole lot more than that.
Going once, going twice. So, all the money raised at this auction is going to help students across the country through a program called C5, which stands for Character-Driven, Community-Focused, Challenge-Ready, college-bound, and committed to a better future. The program has 4 sites: Texas, Boston, Los Angeles, and Atlanta.
They're all over the state. We have students from Douglasville, Hiram, Kennesaw, Fayetteville, Douglasville, Loganville, lots of villes.
Chandra Stevens Albright is the executive director of C5 Georgia. She says the organization focuses on empowering students with high potential but challenging environments.
Only 63.4% of high school students in this income bracket graduate from high school, and of those, 55% go to college. Our program combines leadership, college prep, and community service, and very intentional camping experiences that give these kids the wherewithal, the character, the commitment to community to make it through their high school years and get into college.
Middle schools nominate students like Janae Simpkins to take part. She's set to graduate this spring.
I experienced a feeling that I wasn't familiar with. It was an overwhelming sense of accomplishment.
That accomplishment, Simpkins says, was during a C5 hiking expedition when group leaders added an extra mountain to their trek.
So that definitely challenged me, thinking like, why are we taking on something extra that we don't have to do? Guys, this is not on the route. We don't have to do it. But it's like the fact that you can do it. It just really helped me in life, seeing that, okay, it's not that overwhelming. You can do it. You hike that mountain.
That's a sentiment echoed by many C5 students.
There's challenges every day. There's small challenges, big challenges. And with C5, I passed through those.
It's taught me a lot of things about myself that I really wouldn't know. And it opened doors to a lot of opportunities.
Those opportunities start here at the Coca-Cola Golf Classic, an annual fundraiser for C5 where sponsors play around and meet the students who are benefiting from the program. In the last 2 years, 100% of the students in C5 Georgia have graduated from high school, but Stevens Albright says that's just a small part of what these students achieve.
So the things that are on paper are good, but the things that are in person are just amazing.
For more information on C5 Georgia, you can visit their website at c5georgia.org. And we need your help. We are looking for high school students across the state to join our Stop the Drop video contest. Here are the rules on how you can enter. Make a 30-second public service announcement about why kids at your high school drop out and what we can do to make sure they get their diploma instead. Submit that video online, and the first prize winner is going to take home $2,500. The second prize will take home $500. We're going to announce those winners at the championships at the Georgia Dome in December 12th and 13th. For more information, you can visit gpb.org/stopthedrop. Stop the Drop is a joint venture between Georgia Public Broadcasting and the United Way of Greater Atlanta.
All right, time now to send it over to John Nelson and to Cygnus Rachel Freeman for a very big and important presentation. John?
Mark, it is that time to catch up with Rachel Freeman, Jason Lane, the principal of Mill Creek. Ladies, if you would please double time, bring it in. It is time to present the check to Mill Creek High School. Rachel, thanks for it one more time.
All right, John, thank you. I'm delighted to be here tonight to present a $1,000 check to Mill Creek High School. Thank you.
Jason, thanks for letting us come out here tonight.
Sure, we appreciate the support from GPB and all the viewers out there, and thank you very much for your support of Mill Creek High School.
All right, that's it for the special moment here at the 50. Let's send it back over to the set for more.
All right, we're getting ready for more of the All Access Pass. John is going to come back with a section on John's Georgia and the leading rusher in the entire state of Georgia.
Plus, Mark is going to talk to the head coach of Mill Creek when we count down to kickoff on Football Fridays in Georgia's All Access Pass right here on GPB.
You look twice before crossing. You exercise. You choose the salad occasionally. But when it comes to staying well, physically, financially, emotionally. Going it alone is hard. So Cigna has your back and your knees 24/7, in sickness and in health. Answering your questions, giving you some coaching, helping you get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
In a state with a dropout rate scary high, students are vanishing. But a quiet movement is growing. A campaign to see every class graduate intact. The answer is out there. How will you stop the drop? Visit gpb.org/stopthedrop for more information.
You're going to lead the American literati ahead of Europe. A poet, a scholar, an athlete, a genius, they said.
We may have exaggerated a bit.
Lies, all lies, aren't they?
No, it's all true. In one way or another.
Mystery theater. Everyone loves an enigma.
Tuesday at 11 on GPB.
Welcome back to Chance of a Lifetime. It's the final stage of the game, and it's also time for Jane to choose a door. Help her out. What door should she pick? All right, so Jane, which door did you choose?
I think I'm going to go with door number 2.
Door number... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like it says right here that you never graduated high school, so none of these doors are available to you. That's it for Chance of a Lifetime. We'll see you next time.
From a social reformer who illuminates the plight of the poor, to a sci-fi fan's experiment with gases, illuminating our world revolutionized how we live in ways we would never expect.
On Why Wednesday at 10, only on GPB.
Welcome back to GPB's All Access Pass, coming at you live from Houston, Georgia, where the Mill Creek Hawks are hosting the Eagles of Collins Hill.
Both these teams are 3-1 in Region 7, and with just 3 regular season games to go, every single game is must-win at this point. We now welcome in the author of 4 books, 2 on high school football in the great state of Georgia, John Nelson, in a segment we call John's Georgia, brought to you by
Georgia's EMC.
Topic number 1 is a guy I want to see, the leading rusher in the great state of Georgia.
And for that, we go to Pickens County and catch up with Shannon Brooks. He is 230 yards clear of the field. We'll show you what he did last week. And we could really do this in just the one highlight, because he's going to go all the way from one end of the field to the other. 99-yard touchdown run for Shannon Brooks right there. 1,729 yards in the season. 13 carries, 274 yards last week in a 69-34 win for Pickens County over Lafette. That's it for topic 1, Mark. What's topic 2?
Topic 2 is a team that was flying under the radar. No more.
No more, and we'll spend some time at Planners EMC for this one. Catch up with Screven County last week as they took on Swainsboro in a big battle, and everyone's paying attention to what's going on in Sylvania. Opening kickoff, there's only one reason we show it. Jeremy Hawkins picks it up and puts them down 7-0 Screven County. They would go on to win 28-22, and Screven County's number 4 in the GPB poll for a reason. That's it for topic 2, Mark. What's topic number 3?
Topic 3 is a spoiler in the Augusta area.
And we'll spend some time in Middle Georgia EMC for this one and catch you up on a big game tonight with Lakeside Evans and Warner Robins. 5 teams, 4 spots. We caught up with Steve Hibbets to find out about signature wins and the impact he's making as a first-year coach.
It's really exciting, and when we came in, we knew this. Lakeside's made the playoffs the past couple of years. Hadn't had much success in the playoffs, but we wanted to change that, and just to see the kids progress this year and see the things that we're doing has been really exciting, and I'm excited for the years after this.
As well he should be. We'll let you know on that score and all the other scores going on around the state tonight. Mark, that's it for John's Georgia for another go-around.
Brought to you by
Georgia's EMC.
All right. Now, Coach Shannon Jarvis started this program at Mill Creek 11 years ago. He founded the program, and just moments ago I had a chance to talk to the head coach of the Hawks.
That's interesting. We started out the season, and we had a major injury to start the year off with one of our returning senior starters, and we was trying to work through that. And we're right now, the last couple of weeks, we're starting to see this team what we envisioned at the beginning of the year, and we've played extremely well the last few weeks. But our competition these next 3 weeks are going to be extremely tough, and tonight's going to go a long way in letting us see exactly where we're at. We feel good about where we're at, but we got to do it on this game field tonight.
Talk about tonight's game with Collins Hill, obviously a Region 7 rival, both teams 3-1 in the regional, a lot on the line.
Oh, definitely, and that's the one thing, you can't focus on what the results will be after the game. One thing we stressed our kids, let's worry about the game. We'll let all that take care of itself, but even our kids, everybody knows where the standings are, where you're at in the region, and the importance of this game in our region as all of us finish up on these last 3 games and try to finish up the season, not just with wins, but momentums as you're trying to get into the playoff with momentum and ready to play and make a run there too.
What's it mean to you and your program to be on GPB, to be on statewide television tonight?
Oh, it's a huge honor, and we love when we can have people to come into our community, especially our stadium. This is our 11th season, but we've tried to build this stadium every year. We're very proud of our facilities, and we're proud of our kids, our community, and our parents, and we just love when we have people to be able to showcase it for the whole state, and that's a compliment to GPB. They will do that for us at the high school level so that everybody can see it.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, 11 seasons. They have 57 wins and 57 losses. So a win tonight by Mill Creek. They'll be over the 500 mark for the first time in school history.
Well, it is finally that time. We're going to see if they are able to make school history tonight on a Football Friday in Georgia.
All right, it's the Eagles of Collins Hill. It's the Hawks of Mill Creek. It is game time on Football Fridays in Georgia, live on GPB.
Well, yeah, we're a bit shocked,
On this date, October 24th, 1973, ex-Beatle John Lennon sued the United States government to admit that the FBI was wiretapping his phone. Now, this was 1973, 10 years before Edward Snowden was even born, and America was in the midst of an enormous cultural uproar.
Sock it to me?
Hippies, yippies, civil rights activists, feminists, and especially the anti-Vietnam faction, all taking loud and sometimes violent issue with the status quo. Then President Richard Nixon apparently feared that Lennon's anti-war stance and iconic pop cultural status would inspire all these radicals to defeat him at the polls. So he did what you'd expect from Nixon. He had J. Edgar Hoover put Lennon under surveillance. Even after Tricky Dick won re-election, the FBI kept tabs on Lennon, threatening deportation at any moment. Give peace a chance? Not on this field tonight. The Eagles of Collins Hill soared to an 11-2 record last year, 7-1 in region play. This team has made it to the playoffs for the past 6 years running. You betcha Coach Kevin Reach would like to make it a lucky number 7. But the Eagles will have their work cut out for them as they take on the Mill Creek Hawks at home. This is the 11th year the Hawks have fielded a team, and Shannon Jarvis is the only coach they've ever known.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's a little crazy math. The 2 biggest high schools in Georgia, plus 2 high-powered offenses, equals one of the toughest region games you're likely to see this year. And now, a little ornithology. Eagles and hawks are birds of prey, raptors, from a Latin word that means to seize or take by force. So, despite the avian mascots, this game is anything but for the birds. Tap in, and you'll see it all live on Football Fridays in Georgia.
Time to play some football.
That's a championship team right there.
It's a hot time tonight.
Welcome to Mill Creek Community Stadium in Houston. It's another Football Friday in Georgia on GPB. Tonight, Region 7 6A action as the Collins Hill Eagles meet the Mill Creek Hawks. And here's a look at the Region 7 6A standings with 3 weeks left in the season. 2-time defending state champion Norcross on top. And then you see a 4-way tie for second at 3-1. All 5 of those teams will be playing each other over the next 3 weeks. 1 team will be the region champion, 3 will make the playoffs, 1 will get left out in the cold.
And good evening, I'm Matt Stewart, joined by former Atlanta Falcons star defensive end Chuck Smith. And Chuck, let's start with Mill Creek. This is a team with 4 blowout wins, 3 losses to top 10 teams, a high-powered offense, averaging 43 points per game, led by their quarterback, Daniel David, who's committed to App State.
Well, he's an electrifying player, and the best thing he does, he runs and he throws. He's what they call a slash. He can throw it and he can run it, and the key is they want to get the ball in his hands, and he is a playmaker.
One more touchdown pass. He'll be the all-time touchdown passer in Mill Creek history. Now, the big story with Mill Creek, emphasis on big, is their offensive line, which is led by their strong side tackle, Caleb Kim, a 4-star who's committed to the Auburn Tigers.
Big is an understatement. I went and stood next to him. He looked like almost as big as Stone Mountain. That's what I want to say. I mean, he's big, he's physical, and one thing I noticed early on, he comes off the ball with a flat back and he strikes his visual target, and that's what he's going to try to do. The guy's a big timer, and he's physical, and he is large. He is very big.
The offensive line, the strength for Mill Creek, the strength for Collins Hill is their defensive line, where they have 2 Foxes. They have Miles Fox, they have Tamon Fox. They are not related. They are related only in their tenacity to get after the football.
Well, they're related in the backfield. They're brothers of sacks, let's just put it that way. They get after it, and that's going to be one of the keys today. They have to do a fantastic job of not only stopping the run, but getting upfield and generating pressure. And Tamon, I mean, as you see here, he has long arms. He's the perfect, what you look at as a defensive end, an explosive player.
6 sacks. He led Gwinnett County with 15 sacks a year ago.
Wow.
As a sophomore. And then Miles Fox, a guy that head coach Kevin Reach says is the best defensive tackle he has coached in 26 years.
And he's my favorite player already because I like the 9-0. That 90, that has a special place in my heart. But you know what? He's big, he's physical, he does a great job of hand placement. That's one of the things we're going to keep our eye on today.
And he's committed to Old Dominion. Now, the third member of our team, I don't know where John Nelson is committed to. He's committed to the sideline. Let's go down to it.
You got that right, Matt. We'll be down here all night long. Everyone, thanks for watching us. However you are accessing us tonight, whether it's on GPB TV, gpb.org, or the GPB Sports app. Shannon Jarvis has built the Mill Creek program from absolutely nothing. He was raised in Bowman, Georgia. In the last census that was brought out by the U.S. government, Bowman up in Elbert County had a population of 842, and the Jarvises were a fair poke when it came to all of those folks in Bowman. He went to Elbert County High School. His coach there at Elbert County in those impressionable years was legendary head coach T. McFerrin. He has taken the T. McFerrin model from what he learned as a player at Elbert County and later an assistant under T. McFerrin the second he got out of college at South Gwinnett. He has applied it here to Mill Creek, and you've seen the results. Tonight it's going to be 5 teams in 4 spots, and this is the first step in that big process, and this could be a big step in the process for Mill Creek to get to that big playoff run that they're looking for. Let's send it upstairs to Matt and Chuck. So let's light this candle from Houston.
Hey, Nelly, I remember back in those Commerce days with Coach McFerrin. I'm going to tell you, remember this name? Terry Allen, running the ball out of Commerce. Phenomenal talent. I mean, he comes from a great pedigree, does he?
And there's the head coach of the Collins Hill Eagles, Kevin Reach, in his 5th season as the head coach, his 7th at the school in Swanee. They have made the playoffs all 4 seasons. They reached the semifinals in his first season, 2010, and they made it to the quarterfinals last year with a record of 11-2, winning the region championship for just the 2nd time in school history. Collins Hill in the green, silver, and white tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Mill Creek will kick off. They're wearing their Cardinal red, Vegas gold, and navy blue. This is the 9th all-time series meeting. Collins Hill leads the series 6-2. The Eagles were winners a year ago, 45-34 right here at Mill Creek.
I feel the energy. I'm telling you, the fans are on their feet. I mean, this is a big, big game. It's a Titanic game here in Gwinnett County.
Our GoBuildGeorgia.com kickoff. Learn a skill, build a career, do it now at GoBuildGeorgia.com. David Curry, Brian Efagnani standing deep for the Collins Hill Eagles. Actually, that's Mill Creek. Jordan Bertrand and Canyon Slade standing deep for Collins Hill. And Slade takes the ball at the 10-yard line. Slade unable to turn turned the corner, stopped before he could get to the 20, and that's where the Collins Hill Eagles will start on offense for the first time tonight. They are led by their sophomore quarterback, Monty Horn. Monty is a 6'1", 175-pound 10th grader. He has completed 58% of his passes for 1,230 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's 176 a game.
I just talked to Monty's parents coming up the steps here. They told me, take care of Monty. I said, you got to tell Mill Creek that. That's it, you need to work on to take care of him.
They've spotted the ball at the 20-yard line. Jeremy Lewis in the backfield to begin this ball game, and now he splits in motion to the near side. Horn back to pass, throws complete to Slade. Slade is their top wide receiver. He makes a catch for a first down. That's the 38th catch of the season for Canyon Slade. Take a look at the Regions Bank starting lineup for Collins Hill up front. Braxton Hill, their left tackle, their best offensive lineman, joined by Martin, Henschel, Husbands, and Faulkner. The running back Bertrand, although it was Slade who started, or rather it was Lewis who started tonight. Fuselier is the fullback. Howard and Snyder and Slade are the wide receivers. So it's 1st and 10. Ball is at the 32-yard line. Lewis the handoff, and he gets stuck right at the line of scrimmage by Tyler Voles. Regions Bank starting lineup for the Hawks up front. Moore, Starling, Lund, and Vernon. The linebackers Otiwu, Voiles, who just made the tackle, and Anderson. And in the secondary, it goes Butler, Turner, Hall, and Sebastian. Bertrand now there in the backfield after a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12. Bertrand takes the toss. And Bertrand not going anywhere. Dropped for a loss by Tyler Vernon. That is his team leading 10th tackle for loss this season.
Does a good job setting the edge, getting upfield. Excellent work. Nice job also by Sidney Otiwu. Stepping up, filling in there from that outside linebacker position.
Sidney Otiwu, a 5'11", 195-pound junior with 56 tackles on the season. 3rd down and long coming up. It's 15 to go. Horn steps up, eludes the rush, throws on the run, and is complete to Cody Russell at the 44-yard line. And Russell, with a heads-up play, got beyond the sticks and made the catch, Chuck.
Excellent job here at the quarterback position by Horn, avoiding any of the rush and throwing on the run. That's a really hard throw, Matt, throwing against your throwing motion. Good job here on a deep out route by the receiver. Nice throw, nice catch. This is the way you want to start when you're not returning an offensive starter for Collins Hill.
Little 5'5", 155-pound junior Cody Russell with his 14th catch of the season. That was Harris going in motion to the far side. Designed run here on the Wildcat to Canyon Slade. Slade picks up a couple of yards on the play.
You know, I've always been intrigued by the one-back power play you just saw that they just ran. And the one thing that's really intriguing is that you get 10 blockers. And that's what makes that play so dangerous. You get 10 blockers. It just takes one guy to miss, and you're going to have a big run.
2nd down and 7. Fake the sweep to Harris. Again, that's Slade on the Wildcat, and Slade stopped by Tyler Voiles, the linebacker. Voiles, committed to Furman back in June, came in with a team-leading 76 tackles on the season and a couple of sacks.
Look at the big man, Caleb Kim, committed to Auburn. Offensive tackle, getting some run on defense. Coach talked about that. Excellent change of direction there, and you're going to see a lot of that. It's crunch time. They're playing the best on best. Did a good job. Can get a lot of snaps tonight. Good movement. I like Voiles too. He gets after it now.
There's Caleb Kim again lined up on the left side of the defensive line right now on 3rd down and about 7. Horn, heavy rush, got rid of it, throws, and incomplete. Off the hands of Des Howard, would have been a 1st down. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Caleb Kim does a good job, double hand swipe on the pass rush. Does a good job. Not only is he an offensive tackle, he also knows how to beat an offensive tackle. That was a heck of a pass rush by him putting pressure on the quarterback.
Robert Snyder, who is also their tight end and outside linebacker on the punt. He's a 6'3", 220-pound junior, second year as a punter. Miles Riley is standing deep for Mill Creek. Low snap. Snyder has trouble picking it up, running for his life, and still gets rid of the kick. What a play by Snyder. And it will be down at the 17-yard line, and there's also a flag on the field back at the 36-yard line.
Low snap by the snapper. Gets the ball out of there. That could have been disastrous. I don't know, was there a legal man? Had to be guys, 5, 6 guys.
I think they just said
downfield.
roughing the kicker is what.
Really? I watched the coverage team get downfield, but athletic play to get that out of there. He might have got a break then.
Man down for Mill Creek.
It's nothing worse than being a punter when you're back there and the ball's on the ground. You're looking up, you're looking down, you're looking up.
Frank Reed making the call. It's running into the kicker. So this is a 5-yard penalty, not a roughing the kicker, but a running into the kicker call. Boyles was the man down for Mill Creek, and he runs off the field. So it's 4th down and about a yard and a half now, because that's a 5-yard penalty and not an automatic first down. So ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, strategy here, Coach Reed. You still want to, I would punt it. Your goal is to get it inside the 5-yard line and play the field position game.
But now this does at least bring the fake in, and they bring the offense on.
Yeah, they have. They're here to win.
Canyon Slade will line up in the Wildcat again. 4th down and about a yard and a half. They're just trying to pull him off sides.
Little gamesmanship there. But I like it. I like it.
Timeout called by Collins Hill after they failed to pull Mill Creek off sides. Eagles 5-2. They are 3-1 in Region 7 6A. They were off last week after beating Duluth 34-0 2 Fridays ago. They've won 3 straight, beating Meadow Creek, Mountain View, Duluth by a combined 99-19. Region champs a year ago, first 11-win season in program history. 2 times they've reached the state semifinals. Most recently in 2010, they've made the playoffs the last 6 seasons in a row. And they were involved in the longest game in state history, a 7-overtime victory over South Cobb back in 2004 that finished 70-68.
They were getting up Saturday morning. That was a late game.
Late game.
Waking up Saturday morning for breakfast. You know, the challenge you have for Collins Hill has been, you got Norcross, you got the North Gwinnett's. These teams have been competing for state titles, but this Collins Hill program has been, I mean, fantastic, making the playoffs the last 6 years.
Snyder back out there to punt again.
Fake.
And again they fake it, and I think they got stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
He didn't get that. What a surge. What a surge by Mill Creek's down lineman.
Did not pick up the first down. The snap went to A.J. Terry, a former running back, now starting linebacker for Collins Hill, and he got stuffed on the fake punt, and the ball goes over on downs to Mill Creek at the 46-yard line, but they are going to measure, but I believe they're short.
Got a pretty good spot here, though, Matt. From my angle, I'm directly on the 46 where I'm sitting. It's a little closer than I initially thought, but it was an excellent job by Samaj Starling. 6 foot, 335 pounds, number 98.
But as they were bringing the chains across, they ran into one of the officials, and the chains got dropped. So hopefully they held the correct position.
It's close. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
Ball goes over on downs to Mill Creek.
Early gamble by Collins Hill. Coach said he was going to, you got to think outside the box to have this opportunity to get in the playoffs. I understand that, but we'll see what happens now because you're giving Mill Creek a short field. And this is a great start for a team that's averaging 43 points a game.
There's Daniel David, the senior quarterback committed to App State, 6'1", 180. He's completed 54% of his passes. First handoff goes to Jonathan Hawkins. Hawkins, a good-looking running back, crosses midfield, gets to the 49-yard line. So take a look at the Regions Bank starting lineup, and it's a big one up front for Mill Creek, with Kim committed to Auburn, Franklin, a sophomore left guard who's real good. Fannon's committed to Middle Tennessee, Walker and Clem is huge at 6'5", 315. Hull and Hawkins in the backfield along with Evignani, Curry and Riley the wide receivers. Second down. Hawkins first down and more as Hawkins burst past the 40-yard line and down to the 37.
Well, we always talk about big on big. That's what you got here. This is a straight downhill off-tackle power play. This is big boy ball, and that's what they said they want to come in here and do.
First and 10 from the 36, and Hawkins falls down this time, trying to make a cut.
It's that big piece of grass he tripped over.
Take a look at the Regions Bank starting lineup for Collins Hill up front. Taman and Miles Fox, not related, but they are good. Harwell joins them up there on that D-line as well. Snyder, Parker, Terry, and Belmar, the linebackers. Howard, Bertrand, Flores, and Oliver in the secondary. Second down and long now. Hawkins again, big hole off to the races. No one will catch him. Touchdown, Jonathan Hawkins goes 40 yards. And Mill Creek has the early lead.
Let's go.
Well, you notice they have a new wrinkle here. They got Caleb Kim at tight end on the right side. They spread out and put the receivers to the left, so the strength is declared to the left, and they run to the right behind the big Auburn commit. Nice wrinkle adding in there by Mill Creek, and Coach Jarvis is coming in here.
Your TCSG touchdown replay, 40-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Hawkins, PAT by Bryson King. And the first time Mill Creek touches the ball, they go 54 yards on 5 plays and need only 79 seconds to do it. And the Hawks on a 40-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Hawkins, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season, off and running here at home.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. Cigna, go you. And viewers like you, thank you.
Next time on Finding Your Roots, rapper Nas, actor Angela Bassett, and presidential advisor Valerie Jarrett.
A receipt for a human being. That's our history in America. I'm speechless, and I'm never speechless.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday at 8 on GPB.
.609 to play in the first quarter. Mill Creek on their first possession goes 54 yards and leads Collins Hill 7-0. Let's check in with John Nelson.
Okay, we checked the back of the playbook and the back of the rule book. We have the interpretation on what happened on the punt. The punter, even if the ball hits the ground, is still not considered a runner. So that's why it was running into and not roughing. That's why it was a 5-yard penalty. He's still considered a punter in that particular situation. A couple of scoring updates early on. Ware County, 14-0 lead over Statesboro. And also on the board, you have Kell leading 7-0. So let's once again, there's the punt. You see what the attempted punt. He's still behind the line of scrimmage. And because of that, he's still listed as a punter and not a runner. So once again, that's why it was 5 and not 15 back upstairs.
Thank you, John. I appreciate the update on that. I thought when the ball hit the ground, and certainly not considered a runner, but he was running when he punted the ball.
But that was still a break. I mean, the rule works in favor of the receiving team when you do hit the kicker, the punter. So that does give them a break. And you see they responded. It gave Mill Creek a short field. And that's one of the gambles that they took when you are looking at what Collins Hill did, giving them the ball at the 50-yard line, basically.
short field, and it didn't take them long to cover it, did it?
No, and they came out and what we said, big on big was one of the things that we discussed early on, and that's what happened. That win goes to the Mill Creek offensive line.
Bertrand backs up to the 1 right at the goal line. Jordan Bertrand will bring it out. Bertrand bounces off a man, switches hands, and Bertrand finally run out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Canamere. And so the second possession, Chuck, for Collins Hill will start at the 25.
Well, he does a good job here finding space, and you want to run the daylight. That's the philosophy you want when you're a kick returner. Find daylight, good protect. They missed a face mask on that one, but both of the guys, let the boys be boys. They don't need a flag. Both guys got in each other's face.
What's a little face mask between friends?
Yeah, right. Didn't hurt anybody. Let the boys be boys.
1st and 10 from the 26 is where they'll spot it. Monty Horn, sophomore, third-string quarterback when spring football started several months ago. Another big-time play. Jeremy Lewis had nowhere to go that time. Micah Bull, the sophomore linebacker, the junior linebacker, making the tackle.
Well, it was a good job by Micah Bull coming downhill, and what you see, he's going to hand the ball here, and Micah Bull is going to come straight downhill and bring the wood to him. Comes downhill. That's what you want. Downhill. That's excellent job. Just comes downhill. He reads his keys.
Michael Bull in there for Tyler Boyles. Remember, he got shaken up on that fake punt, and he is not back in the ball game at the Mike linebacker right now. Bull comes on a blitz. Horn misses it. Nice fake by Horn. He slides forward to get the first down. How'd you like that fake right there?
Kind of remind me of a little Brett Favre-esque in back of the day. Maybe a little Aaron Rodgers. Nice job. Pumps it. And this is always gets me. And you know, we defensive players, I was a defensive player, sometimes we get fooled on things.
He's not throwing the ball.
And I've been fooled then too. I mean, look, he was over the line of scrimmage at that point, I think, when he pump faked him, but excellent job by the quarterback, Monty Horn, making a play and getting down and protecting himself.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line.
I'd always be embarrassed, man. I've been caught like that so many times.
Horn, high throw, nice catch, and a big stick out there by Kajani Sebastian.
Look, Peyton Moore lays him out. Peyton Moore lays Monty Horn out. I'm gonna tell you this, number 16, he can throw the ball. I mean, in this replay, look, he's gonna throw off his back foot. I mean, that is some arm strength, and woo, he goes and gets that.
And they ruled that a catch. The fumble came after he was down. That was a big hit by Sebastian.
Heck of a catch.
Catch by Cody Russell, his second catch of the ball game, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 6 from the 47. Running some option right there, and Lewis ran out of running room. Aaron Anderson, the Willside linebacker, making that push out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd down and short of the 1st down. But you talked about Monty Horn and his arm, Chuck. Kid was a freshman starter on the baseball team at Collins Hill last year. 92-mile-per-hour fastball.
That's a heater. Braves might want to consider looking at him. You know, he's a phenomenal student. You know, he's picked up the offense. Coach talked about his ability to just relate everything to the players, just like a coach on the field.
3rd down and short now for Collins Hill. Oh, man. Horn had no place to go that time, and that was Caleb Kim with the tackle.
Caleb Kim is bringing it. That was a fake. They were going to fake a screen, quarterback draw. No action. Nothing there. Good defense, Mill Creek.
And you know, Shannon Jarvis told us that Caleb Kim was going to play a little defense. He's been out there for every defensive snap so far in this game, I believe.
He's made a play on the last 2 3rd downs on the pressure, and he made a play on that quarterback draw. He's a baller. Sure he's an offensive tackle at Auburn?
Snyder, line drive kick, takes a nice bounce for Collins Hill, rolls dead at the 18-yard line, and that's where Mill Creek will start their 2nd possession. John Nelson, what you got on the sideline?
All right, time to check out scores, let you know what's going on. We've got early action with Milton. Milton ranked in the top 6 in the 6A poll. Right now, they're up 7-0 in the first quarter over Woodstock. And some notes from Fulton County. The Langston Hughes-Westlake game was postponed because of the violence that happened on the Hughes campus, so that could play when it comes down to playoff time as we go the next couple of weeks. Big word out of South Fulton tonight.
That is, we'll follow that story. Those were two big-time undefeated teams region-wise. David with his first carry. Antonio Oliver, the cornerback, making the tackle. First time we've had a chance to see Daniel David get his wheels rolling. He's a dual-threat quarterback, number 36 ranked dual-threat quarterback in the nation.
I like the way Antonio Oliver comes up. Short tackling, wraps him up. Look, excellent job here, pulls him down. Sophomore, 6'1", 175. I like number 11. Nice tackle.
David committed to App State back in June. First pass of the ball game for David. And that is a first down for Mill Creek. Joe Hull making his 9th catch of the season. Hull's really come on lately for Mill Creek. Had a couple of touchdown catches in their last victory against Mountain View, including a screen pass. He took 80 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, and he's a playmaker. He's been stepping up late and then, you know, big time, making some plays. Nice execution by the offense then. Excellent job.
1st and 10, ball at the 33, and nothing doing for Hawkins. Met right at the line of scrimmage by Stephen Harwell and Robert Snyder, the outside linebacker.
Big on big. We talked about that, right, Matt? Big on big is going to be the Mill Creek offensive line versus this Collins Hill defense. It's going to be a battle. They're going back and forth right now. Nice job. Good job getting a TFL, tackle for loss.
2nd down and long now for Mill Creek. Jet sweep to Hawkins. Hawkins got a couple of blocks out there and gets beyond the 40, and Hawkins really picking them up and putting them down here in the first quarter, picks up a first down.
Man, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm going to talk from a coach's speak now. When you're a defensive coach and it's 2nd and 14 and an offense can take one outside on you, that's a tough one right there. You want to set up 3rd and long. Somebody lost the corner on that one for Collins Hill.
David on the carry, spin move, and David picks up a first down and keeps his feet moving inside the 40-yard line.
Man, Daniel David faked me out that time. That was a nice fake here to the fullback. Faked me out. Ooh, I love the way he carries it in. He faked out the camera guy. They're pulling at it. Does a good job. He's fighting. Nice fake.
Hawkins inside the 32-yard line for Jonathan Hawkins.
We call that inside zone play. He's going to give it, and eventually he's going to take it back. So what you got to watch out for when you're Collins Hill, he's going to give that inside dive, and you're going to eventually see Daniel David take it outside.
7 carries, 70 yards for Hawkins so far, including a 40-yard touchdown run. He gets his 8th carry of the ball game right there. And Hawkins inside the 30-yard line down to the 26, and he picks up another first down. Hawkins has 5 offers, including Auburn, Arkansas, NC State, and Penn State.
Strong runner. Strong runner inside, gets his shoulders down when he runs it, keeps his eyes up, has great vision, is the way he's been best described by the coaching staff.
Brian Effignani in the ball game for the first time, and Effignani moving the pile down inside the 20-yard line. Effignani has really come on for this Mill Creek team after Hawkins suffered a shoulder injury 4 weeks ago. Effignani has gotten the bulk of the carries in the meantime, and you see he's got 509 yards on the season, averaging just under 73 a game and 7 per carry. Effignani again. Hit by Miles Fox, still able to spin forward, get close to the first down.
You know it's a good battle going on every time. It looks like about 15 potato sacks in the middle. Big bodies. It's about, what, 2,500 pounds out there laying in that middle. 2 physical big teams out there battling right now.
And that was the final play of the first quarter. Region 7 6A action in Houston, Georgia. And after 15 minutes of play, Mill Creek with a 7-0 lead in this crucial region battle. Jonathan Hawkins has been the difference in the first quarter.
Some questions can't wait until morning. So I'm one of many nurses at Cigna with answers, anytime, day or night. I'm Lauren, and I've got your back.
I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
She's perfectly healthy.
Cigna covers preventive care. That's having your back.
As a strong, stable bank, Regions is always looking for opportunities to boost the vitality of our communities. In addition to offering financial solutions for our customers, we are committed to supporting local initiatives and organizations that help our neighborhoods thrive. Regions is proud to be a partner with GPB in building a better Georgia.
The new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A fan experience puts fans closer to the game experience. Featuring over 30,000 square feet of college football interactive exhibits. Tickets available at cfbhall.com.
Nothing prepares you better for a great career than the Technical College System of Georgia. TCSG colleges produce graduates with the knowledge and training today's top employers are looking for. With campuses across Georgia, state-of-the-art facilities, and outstanding instructors with real-world experience, it's the kind of affordable college education that will fast-track you into a rewarding career. We're building a better future for you. Contact the TCSG College in your area today or go to tcsg.edu.
On Masterpiece, my father's watch. It is precious to me beyond reckoning.
That watch has hypnotic powers.
Denise, it is not meant to be this way.
I have a confession to make.
That damn watch is bewitched.
The Paradise on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 8 on GPB.
I have a warrant for the arrest of a Mr. Edgar Allan Poe.
You're going to lead the American literati ahead of Europe. A poet, a scholar, a genius.
Mystery theater. Everyone loves an enigma.
Tuesday at 11 on GPB.
Welcome back to Mill Creek High School. The Hawks currently leading the Collins Hill Eagles 7-0 heading into the second quarter. Now there's a very special athlete who built her athletic prowess at Collins Hill High School, not on a football field, but on a court, which is the subject matter of our trivia question tonight. Tonight we want to know what Collins Hill alum won an Olympic gold medal and was WNBA MVP this year. Find GPB Sports on Twitter, find us on Facebook, give us your answer, and I'll return in the second half of the game with our trivia winner for the night. You'll get a Football Fridays in Georgia t-shirt. Back up to you, Matt, in the booth.
Thank you, Grace. Appreciate that. I remember her. Very impressive young lady. Had a chance to meet her at the Atlanta Sports Awards one year. Outstanding college basketball player and now professional. 3rd down and 1 for Mill Creek. Ball at the 17-yard line. 11th play of the drive. They've churned out 4 first downs already, and that's number 5 right there as Jonathan Hawkins runs for the 9th time in this ball game and picks up the first down.
Well, we've seen inside zone, Matt. That was called power, where you double team the tackle and the guard are going to block down on the defensive end, and then you're going to pull around the offside guard. That is one of the toughest plays to stop as far as in short yardage.
1st down and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. Hawkins gets it again. Very little running room that time for Hawkins. Miles Parker in on that tackle for Collins Hill.
It's interesting that Mill Creek's had so much success on the ground. Would they dare to come up and play action pass and throw the ball here on the slant eventually?
2nd down. That's Hull, makes a man miss. Hull runs to the pylon, and Hull close to a 1st down inside the 5. 2nd catch of the ball game for Joe Hull.
Well, when you've seen so many running plays, eventually what I started noticing is that you see Collins Hill safeties are getting closer and closer. They fake inside zone and throw a now screen, and that's where you fake the ball inside and you throw it right now. And that's, you just want a playmaker to make a play, and he did.
First down, first and goal to go at the 4-yard line. Mill Creek trying to take a 2-touchdown lead here early in the second quarter. And Hawkins pushes the pile close inside that 1-yard line. Hawkins, who came into the ball game 7th on Mill Creek's all-time rushing list with 1,152 yards, has now gone over 1,200 for his career in this game alone. Hawkins, second touchdown of the night for Jonathan Hawkins, and Mill Creek has taken a 13-0 lead.
They have tempo Collins Hill here because they realize they're starting to wear him down a little bit on that drive. Collins Hill looks like they're sucking a little wind. That was a power play. Power. That's what they call that. Straight big boy power football. They're going to put our bigs on your bigs. That win that time goes to Mill Creek again.
Bryson King, who is the all-time PAT kicker in Mill Creek history, fails to convert on that one. Just his second miss of the season on 44 tries, and it's 13-0. As Mill Creek goes 82 yards on 16 plays, a drive that started at their 18-yard line and covered close to 4.5 minutes. So Jonathan Hawkins has found the end zone twice already in this ball game, and a dominating start, Chuck, for Mill Creek.
And here they come out with this now screen, gets it outside, does an excellent job running the ball here, running after the catch. And then they come back and run power. What you're going to see is 74, Jack Franklin coming off the ball, and you're going to see Caleb Kim, Chad Walker, Bobby Clem, that big offensive line, maybe the best in the state, doing what they do best. That's running right behind them. Those are the big boys right there. They're watering down like, you know.
Like beast of burden.
Yeah, that's how the
coming
big guys
down to the watering hole. Bertrand takes it at the 5, and Bertrand will not make it to the 20. Trying to hold on to the ball at the end of that tackle. And Collins Hill already in a deep hole here, down 2 scores in the first 13 minutes of this game, and Mill Creek really dominating the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they are, and that's one of the things that this Collins Hill team, they're young. You know, they've lost a lot of players, and there are no starters back on offense. You want to have some success. You want to start fast. But when you're on the road, this isn't how you want to start, but this will show a lot about who this team really is, being down now and showing, you know, it's a tough one to start out this way. But if you're on the other end of the spectrum, it couldn't be a better start for Mill Creek.
Ball at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Collins Hill. Harris on the toss sweep. Boyle's back in the ball game, shoves him out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. Just to follow up on your point, Chuck, Collins Hill graduated 38 seniors off of last year's 11-2 team. Only 6 seniors starting for Collins Hill this season, replacing 18 starters off that team that reached the quarters in 2013.
And that's hard. That's hard.
Second down out of a tight formation. And Cody Russell comes out of there with it. Didn't see quite what happened there, but somehow Russell ended up with the ball. And a first down carry for Russell at the 38-yard line.
Saw number 20, Tyler Voiles, gets back there. Oh, yeah, hiding behind the line, a little trickery there.
Yeah, almost a Fumble-Rooski type play, except they didn't leave the ball on the ground. They just crouched Cody Russell on the ground, and when you're 5'5", Cody Russell can get close to the ground. And behind those big old offensive linemen, you can't see him.
He came out of there like a rocket. He exploded. It's a nice trick play. Coach Reach talked about they were going to come out and have some trick plays, and that's one that he discussed, and that's one that we've seen. Nice
First
play.
and 10, ball at the 38.
Whatever it takes, Matt, to get yards. Got to do it.
Bourne, heavy rush. Throws the ball away. Actually looked like he was going for Cody Russell. I thought he was trying to throw the ball away, and Russell just kept running down the sideline, almost caught up with it. Monty Horn, their quarterback, as I said earlier, he was number 3 on the depth chart when they started spring ball. By the time they got to summer 7-on-7s, he was number 1. He'd beaten out 2 juniors. Those juniors quit the team. And now Monty Horn, the starting quarterback, and Kevin Reach told us that, you know, the team just rallied behind this young man.
His pocket awareness stands out right now.
2nd and 10. Russell being chased by Vernon. He's going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line. Tried a little trick play right there, and Vernon not fooled.
It was going to be a double reverse pass. Good job by Vernon staying home. What you're taught as a defensive end, you play belly, boot, or reverse. That was the reverse. Good job by number 87, Vernon, staying where he's supposed to be and being disciplined.
2nd tackle for loss in this ball game for Tyler Vernon.
Nice burst by Vernon. That's what college scouts love. See that extra burst, that 2nd gear.
3rd down and long now. Lewis in motion. They fake a screen to him, throw a bubble screen instead. And Russell dropped by Boyles. 4th down and long, and they're going to have to punt it away. Horn ended up taking a shot at the end of that play, and his offensive lineman went back there to help him up, but he's taken a couple of shots. He's a little lopsided as he's walking off the field.
Yeah, Peyton Moore, nice job swarming to the ball by number 29, hitting the quarterback. One thing Kevin Reek said, that they're going to throw middle screens, bubble screens, now screens. You hit it right then, Matt, that bubble, but a swarming defense is hard. It's almost like Collins Hill seeing 24 players on the field right now.
Snyder punting for the 3rd time. A bobble the snap, he's in trouble. Let's see if he can get, he's not going to get out of it this time. That is the 2nd time they've had trouble with their snaps. Now, I don't know whether that was a bad snap or he just bobbled it, but it ends up going over to Mill Creek at the 34-yard line. Now, that snap's doable. It was high, but that's doable. Snyder should have brought that in.
Well, yeah, you got to make those kind of plays, and probably took his eyes off of it, maybe panicked a little bit, but when you start looking at how you score points, again, you're giving a team that's averaging 43 points a game, one of the best quarterbacks in the state. He's got the ball inside his own 50 twice.
So Mill Creek inside the 35, a chance to go up 3 scores here on this possession. Pass caught by David Curry. Curry, their top receiver, 17th grab of the season for Curry, and he's got a 1st down close to the 20.
Well, I love the route by Curry. He runs a 5-yard curl and just stops on a dime. Excellent job in getting his feet down, getting his head turned around to the quarterback, and that's what you want. And as far as throwing it on rhythm, excellent job by Daniel David, getting the ball out of his hands. I see why Appalachia State's loving this guy. He's a player now.
Handoff, Hawkins, straight up the middle inside the 10 and down to the 5. Hawkins gashing Collins Hill. He's close to 100 yards here in the 1st half.
Running downhill. Counter OT. The offside tackle pulls, he comes downhill. They're moving Collins Hill off the ball right now.
Ball dropped by David. Now he'll pick it up, try to make something out of it, and David's going to be stopped at the 7-yard line. That's not a bad play by Daniel David right there. That could have been a huge loss. Ends up being just a 1.5-yard loss instead.
I've called his name out one other time. Number 41, Antonio Oliver. He comes up, I'm telling you, he got stickum on his hands on the old days, glue. Excellent job coming up, supporting the run, making that tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that could have been a touchdown. Nice job by number 41, the junior, Antonio Oliver.
2nd down and goal from the 7. Hawkins into the end zone, untouched on his 14th carry of the ball game. He's got his 3rd touchdown of the night, and it is 19-0.
Chad Walker and Bobby Clem, number 57 and 54, they have their pads down low, they have their hats up, and they are moving people off the line. They are road grading right now. man, I'm just telling you that quick guard and that quick OT, Matt, when you see this, we'll show this replay again, we got to freeze it because where the defensive linemen start, that's not where they finish.
False start, backs him up 5 yards. How about Jonathan Hawkins, 14 carries for 111 yards in the first 17 minutes of this game.
He's running the ball. That's why NC State, that's why everybody wants him. He's a power runner. He's what they look for. One cut downhill. I like Jonathan Hawkins.
A lot of people like Jonathan Hawkins so far tonight, except people wearing that Collins Hill green.
Yeah, I know Coach Reek's probably not exactly.
No, he's not a big fan.
Send him a Christmas card anytime soon.
Your TCSG touchdown replay, Jonathan Hawkins capping a 4-play, 34-yard drive with his third.
At the heart of our community are the businesses that don't skip a beat. Georgia's electric membership cooperatives stand behind local commerce. Whether keeping farms running or shining a light on new ventures, we bring business, large and small, to our communities. Creating jobs, driving development, supporting dreams. Georgia's EMCs, powering our businesses, lighting the way.
Today, companies in the aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and film industries need skilled workers, and the earning potential is high. Go Build Georgia can show you where the jobs are and what skills you need to get them. And the Technical College System of Georgia has fast, affordable training for these great-paying careers. Build your blueprint for success at GoBuildGeorgia.com and look to the Technical College System of Georgia to put your plan into action.
5 minutes into the second quarter, Jonathan Hawkins and Mill Creek putting a number on Collins Hill right now, 20-0. 4-play, 34-yard drive, and Hawkins now with over 110 yards rushing, 111 to be exact here in the first 17 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he's having a good game running, but this offensive line is as good as advertised. Now, what you want to notice here, number 54, Bobby Clem is going to just knock the defensive lineman off the ball. 34 doesn't really even have to block anyone. That's Sam Mason. And here we go right here with Chad Walker. This is 595 pounds of pure beef running the ball. Run the tape. Boom. It's a wrap. There's nothing you can do there. And you got two big guys, two of the best blockers in the state of Georgia. But good job by Jonathan Hawkins. Excellent job coming downhill. Nice blocking. That's 595 pounds between Chad Walker and Bobby Clem now, Matt.
You could have driven one of those big monster trucks through that hole and still had some room on either side. Let's take a look at that big offensive line. Josh Fannin right there, number 78 in the center. 6'3", 300-pound senior who's committed to Middle Tennessee. Bertrand will take it at the 11. Collins Hill got to find something in a hurry. Zach Turner making the tackle there from Mill Creek as Collins Hill goes back on offense.
Now look at this. What is this? Man, these kids now growing beards. It must be in the food now. I'm just telling you. Look, like, man, I would not want to face that man any day of the week. There's some big boys now. Mill Creek, I was down there, Matt. These guys are really, really big. I mean, they look like a college offensive line. They're huge.
They have the size of a college offensive line.
I wish I could have grown a beard like that when I was in high school.
You see number 73 sitting right next to Josh Fannin? That's his little brother, a sophomore, Tyler, 73, is 6'2", 275. Wow. He's already taken unofficial visits to South Carolina and Clemson. And he doesn't even play right now. Ball is intercepted at the 45-yard line. I believe it was Kajani Sebastian with the interception.
Well, tough throw right here is cover 4. You got right now, you got Mill Creek's defense. They have zone eyes. What zone eyes are, they're playing in space. They're not going to let anything over their head, as you can see right here. So there's a difference between zone eyes and man eyes. In the zone, you're just playing in space. So tough for a quarterback to throw there. Anytime that was a deep out route. Tough.
First interception of the season for Kajani Sebastian and the 6th for Mill Creek. and they are threatening to blow this game out. Efagnani with the carry that time as they give Hawkins a rest. Lost 3 yards on the play.
There you go. Good job, Robert Snyder, stepping up, 6'3", 220. Does a good job for Collins Hill. Gets a tackle for loss. Penetration.
Snyder's got a couple of tackles for loss already in this ball game. He's a good-looking junior, getting looks from Duke, Wake Forest, and Vandy. 2nd and long. Daniel David throwing on the run. That's a nice pitch and catch to David Curry. Curry cuts inside and gets the first down. Man, Mill Creek's just stomping on him right now.
If you look at this pass play, good play action pass by Daniel David, but downfield, I see 3 defenders covering 1 receiver for Collins Hill. As you look down, look, there are 3 guys downfield, and that was a busted call right there. Someone was in the wrong position for Collins Hill. They were playing a zone also. There were 4 cover guys to really cover 2 receivers, and they missed the right one.
Coming way too easy for Mill Creek right now. David on the carry. Daniel David, we mentioned a dual threat quarterback, 24/7 Sports Composite 3-star, ranked number 36 in the nation. Came in as the number 3 all-time leading rusher in Mill Creek history with 1,629 yards on the ground. He's the number 2 passer in Mill Creek history with 4,238 yards. And his next touchdown pass will make him the all-time leader in that category as well. Efagnani, no running room that time. Tamon Fox, first time we've called Tamon Fox's name. He made the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd down.
It was a good job of gang tackling. Miles Parker, number 21, also on there. Tamon Fox, a big timer, has a huge upside and future. But they got to keep making some plays here. The goal here is you can only give up 3. Make them try to kick a field goal. That's what Collins Hill mind frame has to be right now on defense.
3rd down and 8. Hawkins back in the ball game, lines up in the slot, and flag comes out.
It's usually a false start. I love false starts now. As a former defensive lineman, you're like, long yards, yes, yes, yes.
Also, I would think, Chuck, as a defensive lineman, if the offensive line gets a false start, you can make sure on the very next snap they're going to be a little bit slower to make sure they don't get another. You got a split-second edge. Daniel David on the run, designed play for David.
See, you were right, Matt. That's what happens. Look, that's why they pay you the big bucks here, man.
Just watched a lot of football.
Come on, when I first got here, you might have been the first person I think I ever went on TV with. That was back when my hairline was a little lower.
Mine too. 4th down, and they're going to bring Bryson King on for the field goal attempt. Actually, this is Brenton King, his little brother. And Brenton King is good on the field goal.
Was that good? I thought it was nice.
He hooked it right inside the upright, so Bryson's little brother, the sophomore Brenton King, puts it through their first field goal of the season for either one of them, and it is now 23-0.
I thought it was going to get blocked for a second. Let's see. Oh, right inside
just
the upright.
Inside.
Oh.
Let's check in with John Nelson.
Hey guys, trying to do a little math here, let you know what else is going on around the state. McEacher now leading Kennesaw Mountain by the score of 14-6. That's now 2nd quarter. Ware County rolling over Statesboro. That's 21-0. Allatoona 20-6 over Paulding County. That's in the 2nd quarter. But they also had an opportunity to expand a 4th down drive. Didn't do it at the 26 of Paulding County. So that one's 20-6 2nd quarter. Buford blowing out North Oconee, no surprise, 21-0. That's in the 2nd. Woodward Academy, the early lead on Sandy Creek, a Holyfield touchdown. What a surprise with Woodward in this season that they're having. Marist leading Columbia 21-0. That's in the 2nd quarter. Also around the state, Hart County leading Oconee County 14-7 in the 2nd. Claxton Calvary Day tied at 21 in the 2nd. Back upstairs.
Bertrand from the 1. Wow, Bertrand kind of tippy-toeing his way up there, and you can see why he got tackled around the neck.
Nah, he got clothesline.
Yeah.
That's football talk. We're going to the locker room. He didn't get tackled around the neck. He got clothesline.
Didn't make it back
That's
to the
right.
15, and Collins Hill again with poor field position. They've just got to figure something out here on offense, Chuck, and in a hurry.
Yeah, I'd say the last time, when you say moral victory, that last time, again, the punter fumbles the ball. You know, you get the defense on the short end of the field, and I can't say it enough. You're going to get an offense that averages 43 points. You give up a field goal, but you got to answer here and give your defense a little bit of a breather. They have to.
Yeah, they're more than halfway to their per-game average with 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. 23-0, Mill Creek leading Collins Hill. And Horn not going anywhere. No running room. Cole Henderson in on that tackle for a loss. No, T-Woo also in on that tackle.
Oh, T-Woo. He's a good defensive man. He's a good player. Number 35 gets after it.
Here's Cole Henderson. He alternates with Samaj Starling at one of their defensive tackle positions. Henderson, a former Mike linebacker at 180, subs in for Starling, who rolls 335. So second down. Blitz coming. Horn throws, ball up for grabs. Could have been intercepted right there. Des Howard, the intended target. And now it's third down and long.
I'm watching Tyler Boyles, number 20, coming on an A-gap pressure. We call that a single barrel blitz. I mean, this guy, he's a kamikaze. I remember watching him early in the year. When he comes, he brings the thunder. I'm telling you, he's making some plays. He's getting after it right now. He got to protect that A-gap. Collins Hill's got to be smart when you got a middle linebacker blitzing.
Collins Hill 1 for 4 on their third downs. Boyles, we were just talking about him, converted defensive end to Mike linebacker this season. Horn throwing, nearly intercepted by Aaron Anderson, who popped it up in the air and nearly corralled it. Had he done that, would have been a pick six.
Yeah, he does a good job getting his hands up and getting in the quarterback's throwing lane, and good job. That's what you want to do. But you got to make sure one of the offensive linemen was in the way. You got to get up out of there. You know, he's backing back. He gets in the quarterback's way. Again, Mill Creek's playing a cover 4 in the zone right now. They got that last time they had 7 guys basically drop back, 4 under, 3 deep. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to figure out a way. It's Collins Hill.
Snyder, good snap this time. Line drive kick. Riley lets it hit in front of him and go by him. Then it takes a nice roll for Collins Hill, rolling dead at the 41, but still good field position for the Mill Creek Hawks. Hawks at 4-3 on the season, 3-1 in Region 7 6A. Best team to not make the playoffs a year ago at 6-4, the odd team out in that tight region that saw 2 teams reach the state championship game in Norcross and North Gwinnett. Quarterfinalists themselves in 2010 and 12. Shannon Jarvis coached David Green at South Gwinnett back when he was on Team McFerrin's staff. You heard John Nelson talking about that earlier. 16 players on college rosters. We'll take a look at both teams' next level a little bit later in the game. Daniel David, big run, makes Fox mix, and finally down at the 32-yard line.
Oh, man. He's running. He's got explosive movement. He can throw. He can run. He is the classic dual quarterback now that, I mean, he fakes it here again. That inside dive, he fakes it and pulls it out. We talked about they're going to keep banging it, and then eventually what you want to do is pull it out, and you'll find space off the right side like he did. It's a tough play to stop now.
Miles Fox, swing and miss. It was Tamon Fox downfield that finally caught up with him. And right there, Snyder with a big-time tackle on Jonathan Hawkins. One of the few times they've been able to get him on the ground at the line of scrimmage.
But Robert Snyder's been getting penetration. This has to at least be his 3rd tackle for loss, is it? Yep, he's been doing a good job getting penetration. And on that play, that was a misdirection play. Anytime you run misdirection, you want to get penetration. That's what Collins Hill has to keep doing, playing in the backfield.
3 tackles for loss for Robert Snyder, now 11 for him on the season. And David trying to run away from Miles Fox, tripped and fell down, and then Fox rolled right on top of him.
That's one of those sacks where you say, that's a thank you sack. He falls down, you just rush to touch him and say thank you. You got to get a couple of those a year to have a big year. That was always the mentality of a defensive lineman. If you want to get 10 sacks, you want to get 8 and fall into 2.
Well, Fox just fell into his team-leading 7th right there.
I'll take it. At the end of the year, nobody's even going to look at the highlight. They're going to say, oh, that was just another sack. They all count.
3rd down and 20 now, under 90 seconds to play in the first half.
You got to watch the middle of the field here. They got 2 safeties playing over the top.
Up top for Curry and out of bounds. And it's going to be 4th down. So nice play right there for for Collins Hill. But Collins Hill may have committed a roughing the passer here on Daniel David, who's slow getting up.
And that all was from, it's 3rd and what is this? 20?
Wow. It's a 15-yard and automatic first down to keep the drive alive for Mill Creek. They had to punt right there after that incompletion, and now they've got a first down and 73 seconds to score some more. Well, let's see what happens here. David Curry, the wide receiver, who's caught a couple of passes already in this ball game, is the number 2 quarterback. We'll see. Now, they did call a timeout, I believe, which allows them to not have to make a substitution. But I don't think Daniel David's coming back in the ball game anytime soon.
And Curry was doubled on that play, but the reason I said is because Collins Hill is 3rd and 20. Those are the kind of little attention to detail mistakes that Coach Kevin Reach talked about that we can't have when you're playing against a team of seasoned veterans in Mill Creek. You got to be off the field right here. So now you give them, life, and you give them a first down, and you don't have to do anything. That was a great defense by Collins Hill. So I kind of feel for the young team, but those are the kind of plays that you learn from. But that can be the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. These small little plays that keep adding up.
Well, Daniel David being worked on the bench. We'll see if it'll be David Curry, the number 2, or will it be the sophomore Cameron Turley, who's the number 3 quarterback?
Yeah, and right now you've got the blueprint. If your quarterback's going to go down in Daniel David, now you got a running game that can't be stopped so far in this first half.
John Nelson?
They have unhooked the flak jacket that he was wearing, and he grabbed the right side of his ribs. You see him kind of figuring out, okay, how steady am I right now? And you always, when you hurt your ribs. Chuck, you can relate to this. You're sitting there going, okay, how can I stretch one way or the other? He's putting the flak jacket back on at 100%. So we'll see how those ribs are for the remaining 72 seconds here while he's just standing around, and if they stiffen up at the half, especially in this weather.
Good job, Nelly. Nelly, if I'm Mill Creek, I'm not even putting him back in the game. I'm running the ball. I'm running the next 2 quarters. I'm running basically with these 2 big running backs I have if I'm Mill Creek.
Absolutely. You've got Norcross and Peachtree Ridge next on the schedule. Turn the game over to your defense with a 23-0 lead, but it looks like Daniel David wants to get back in there.
Well, he's a competitor now. He's a competitor. We all know that.
And David Curry will take the snap. The play gets blown dead before they can run it.
And that's a lot of times what you see what happens when a new quarterback comes in there. The cadence is a little bit different. Looks like the offensive line moved a little bit early.
Well, he's going to go right back in there without officially missing a snap because the play got blown dead.
Well, there's a new playbook now that the quarterback's a little nicked up. Hawkins right. I'm running Hawkins left. Yep.
So David back in there. 1st and 15 now. It's almost as if they got that penalty on purpose so they could get him back in there without running a play. Hawkins on the run. Not much doing for Hawkins. Emmanuel Belmar making that tackle for Collins Hill. Belmar, a junior linebacker, been nicked up most of the season after playing a lot last year as a sophomore. They're really happy to get him back for the final 3 weeks of the season and healthy. And he's a good-looking outside linebacker at 6'2", 225.
Collins Hill's been pretty stout this last 2 series.
Heavy rush. He just throws it away. And that's one of the things that head coach Shannon Jarvis said in regard to Daniel David, that he is really taking his game to the next level. He now knows when to throw it away. he now knows when to try to extend the play. Right there, throw it away. 3rd down and 15.
That's a good point, Matt. You got to live to fight again. You got to live to fight again, and you also got to live to fight next week also. You know, because this is going to be a heck of a run for both of these teams down the stretch with their schedules.
36 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 15 here. Going for the home run and up for grabs and incomplete.
Nice.
Canamere was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Nice job by Collins Hill sending pressure. It was a nice job. It looked like they sent 7 in a pressure. That was a nice job keeping them off balance. And they've been rushing 4. Then looks like they sent 6 or 7 on that last one. Yep. Nice job getting upfield, guys, with pressure. He's got to get the ball out of his hands. Smart job again by Daniel David getting out, but also a better job by Collins Hill finding a way to get calculated pressure when you need.
Well, a timeout has been called with just under 31 seconds left. They had run the sophomore Brenton King out there for a long field goal. Earlier in the quarter, he kicked a 33-yard field goal, and now they're going to line up for a 51-yarder unless they change their mind during the timeout here. Here's take a look at the Mill Creek Hawks prospects. Caleb Kim, the number 25 offensive tackle in the country, committed to Auburn. Running back Jonathan Hawkins with 5 offers, Auburn and Arkansas among those. Center Josh Fannin is committed to Middle Tennessee. Quarterback Daniel David committed to App State, and linebacker Tyler Boyles has committed to Furman.
I was looking at the offensive line also of Mill Creek, and I got to believe, Matt, the big boys are not going to stop coming for this varsity. That entire, all of them, even the second unit, they were big guys. Lots of recruits going to come out of this Mill Creek program as well as Collins Hill.
51-yard kick from the middle of the field. A knuckleball that's nowhere close. So Collins Hill will get the ball at the 20 with 31 seconds left in the half.
You got to take a chance. Your kicker has a nice strong leg. You want to give him a shot to get out there, and King doesn't get it up. I thought it was looked like it was about to be blocked or maybe even tipped a little bit.
That was Oliver coming off the edge, and did Oliver get a piece of it?
Yeah, it was. He's really shown up in this first half. Antonio Oliver, number 41, 5'11", 170. Yeah, he's really shown up.
Let's see if Collins Hill just kills the clock right here. And that is probably the final play of the first half on the carry by Thomas Harris. And Collins Hill's ready to get to the locker room and try to figure some things out after being run over by Mill Creek here in the first 2 quarters.
Well, sometimes that's the best thing you need to do. Go back and regroup. Remember, it's a young Collins Hill team. You want to go back and regroup, and if you're on the other side, if you're Mill Creek, you're saying let's step on the gas in the second half, let's run the ball, get out of here, and let's get another region win.
Well, they certainly stepped on the gas in the first 24 minutes. And Mill Creek, led by Jonathan Hawkins, putting a hurting on Kevin Reach's team as they head to the locker room. 23-0, Mill Creek with the lead on Collins Hill.
I think one of the things that we discussed early on has really been a huge impact for Mill Creek on the offense, the offensive line. They've lived up to everything we talked about in the pregame.
John Nelson standing by with Shannon Jarvis.
Thank you very much, Matt. I guess the first question is, what was the conversation with the QB about breathing in and out or X's and O's?
Well, it was more about breathing in and out, and in that situation, we had with the ball. I like his shot at the end zone, but we were trying to also add an intermediate route, looking for the field goal there. But, we've got to play better in them last couple of series, and it's on me. I think we play call and everything, but I think we can do a better job at the end right there. We should have had 2 more scores right there, and we didn't get them. So we got to get the ball in the second half, come back out here and execute like we did in the first quarter and into the second one. And our defense is playing lights out right now, playing fast. So we got to continue to do that as well.
And let's talk about the first quarter real quick. Road graders were working for you.
They sure were, and our linemen were they were playing great. Jonathan was running great, and our kids were really in rhythm. And that's what I mean there at the end. We start getting into stuff where we're trying to get a quick score. Thought we got out of rhythm a little bit, so we're going to get back in rhythm there, and just hope we can put some more points on the board in the second half.
All right, thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
Let's send it over to a halftime show with Mark and Claire, because I think it starts right now.
All right, John Nelson, thank you very much. Coming up on our GPB halftime show, we'll hear from both marching bands, plus we'll have scores from all over the state of Georgia.
And we're going to put the principals of both schools to the test with everybody's favorite game, Are You Smarter Than Your Students? Grace Olson is going to introduce you to some very proud parents. We'll put them to the test as well, and we will let you know what people are talking about about this game online. That's all coming up.
The new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A fan experience puts fans closer to the game experience. Featuring over 30,000 square feet of college football interactive exhibits. Tickets available at cfbhall.com.
This moment, getting here took 3 years of sleepless nights and postponed vacations. Your dad said play it safe. Your husband kept the faith. But franchising is why you partnered with Regions in the first place. We share your vision for moving forward. And at moments like this,
Hi, Steve.
that makes all the difference. Is your business at a turning point? Regions.
Georgia cotton farmers want you to know cotton is grown in 91 Georgia counties on over 1 million acres. Cotton makes a $2.5 billion economic impact and accounts for over 15,000 jobs in Georgia. Cotton's innovative production has lowered water use per pound of cotton by 75% since 1980. One bale of cotton can make 215 pairs of denim jeans or 700 towels. Cotton is a natural choice for Georgia.
You look twice before crossing. You exercise. You choose the salad occasionally. But when it comes to staying well, physically, financially, emotionally, going it alone is hard. So Cigna has your back and your knees 24/7, in sickness and in health, answering your questions, giving you some coaching, helping you get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
Each week, GPB brings you the latest in high school sports.
Hi again, everybody.
But we want to hear what you have to say. Tell us what's going on with your team. Share your favorite moments. Post your own pictures and videos. And let everyone know why your team will go all the way.
The best you've ever seen. You haven't seen a game until you've been to one of the games.
Just log on and like us on Facebook, where you can post comments, pictures, and videos to earn your own team bragging rights. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, too.
We're live in Houston, Georgia. Welcome to the GPB halftime show. Right now, Mill Creek leading Collins Hill 23-0 at the half, and the Mill Creek Marching Band is getting ready to storm the field.
Yep, we are going to have a lot ahead in this halftime show, but the first thing we want to do is go over to our social media correspondent, Grace Olson. She is looking at what people are talking about online. Grace?
All right, we're with the Creeks Freaks student section. You can't see them all right now, but you spell out King of the Hill tonight, right?
Yes, ma'am. We're playing Collins Hill, and we're going to beat them.
Okay, and it's senior night here. Like I said, you can't see them all, but a lot of them are in their stands as well. There's a lot of these guys, and we've told you that it's senior night here tonight. What does it mean to be a leader of the school, leader of the student section, a leader of your Hawks?
It means a lot because we have to control the school, and everything that goes on through the school, it's through us.
All right, and Mill Creek is tied in a four-way tie for second place in the region tonight, so there are a lot of special, exciting games to watch. What games are we watching tonight on the GPB football app?
Well, there's a bunch of great games. You got Grayson Acula, you got Ridge, Norcross, and you got North Duluth. A bunch of great games out there tonight.
All right, well, those scores you can watch on the GPB football app that you can download free from the App Store, so make sure to download the app. I have to say, I love the pink crown. I love the fuzzy crown.
I love it, too. It's a great atmosphere.
All right, guys, we'll have fun this second half. Let me hear it for those Hawks. Can I hear it for the Hawks? All right, back over to you, Mark.
The Creek Freaks are ready to roll.
They're having a great time. Well, as Mark just said, the Mill Creek Band is on the field, so let's listen in now to their performance, brought to you by Regions Bank.
Great job by the Mill Creek Marching Band here on Senior Night, brought to you by Regions Bank. Now let's send it over to John Nelson. He's standing alongside the principal from Collins Hill High School. John, take her away.
Thank you very much, Mark, here with Corinza Wing, the principal. And, you know, I spent a lot of time in the principal's office, so this is nothing new for me. So what's going on at Collins Hill these days?
We have an excellent academic program with our advanced placement, and Fine Arts does an incredible job. Our band's hosting the Eagle Nest Invitational tomorrow with about 14 area bands coming. We also have a great softball program. We just finished in the top 16 in the state.
All right, it is time to play the game. And Lisa Clark, thank you very much for the question, which I have not seen. You handed me 2 cards. And take the second one. There you go. Here we go. Are you smarter? Question is, in a recent online competition held by Gawker.com, which U.S. city was found to have the ugliest accent? Was it A, Atlanta, B, Minneapolis, C, Pittsburgh, or D, Boston?
I would have to say C, Pittsburgh.
Was it Pittsburgh? And wow, that is correct. Very well done.
All right.
So she is smarter than me and smarter than a lot of different folks. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, send it back over to the set for more.
All right, I didn't know Pittsburgh had an accent.
I didn't either. Apparently, it's not a good one.
Evidently not. Coming up on the GPB Football Fridays in Georgia halftime show, we'll hear from the Collins Hill Marching Band. Plus, John Nelson is back with Backroads and Backfields. He visits a defending champ in Georgia football.
Our Grace Olson is going to talk to some very proud parents of one of the players on the field tonight. We're going to have scores from all around the state. It's all ahead when Football Fridays in Georgia's halftime show continues right here on GPB.
Some questions can't wait until morning. So I'm one of many nurses at Cigna with answers, anytime, day or night. I'm Lauren, and I've got your back.
I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
She's perfectly healthy.
Cigna covers preventive care. That's having your back.
What is by moonlight an empty field is by the magic of electricity sacred ground. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives proudly support our student athletes. We are there, illuminating the glory moments fans just have to see. Capturing the hustle, elevating champions, sharing the win. Georgia's EMCs, empowering our youth, lighting the way.
In a state with a dropout rate scary high, students
are vanishing. But a quiet movement is growing. A campaign to see every class graduate intact. The answer is out there. How will you stop the drop? Visit gpb.org/stopthedrop for more information.
You're going to lead the American literati ahead of Europe. A poet, a scholar, an athlete, a genius, they said.
We may have exaggerated a bit.
It's lies, all lies, aren't they?
No, it's all true. In one way or another.
Mystery theater. Everyone loves an enigma.
Tuesday at 11 on GPB.
Welcome back to the Football Fridays in Georgia halftime show. We're live at Mill Creek High School where the Hawks are hosting the Eagles of Collins Hill. And look at drone sighting here, hovering over Mill Creek Community Stadium.
I want one of those. They just look like so much fun.
They do. I wonder if the robotics team maybe is doing that.
Maybe. Well, we are going to have some scores from games around the state in just a few minutes. But first, we are going to have our second round of Are You Smarter Than Your Students? Let's check in now with John Nelson, who is standing by with the principal of Mill Creek, Jason Lane. John?
Thank you very much, Claire. It is time to find out what's going on at Mill Creek these days. What's up?
Well, we're just real proud of our leadership group. We have about 350 kids taking leadership training once a month from inside and outside people, seeing some great things in our culture. And our softball team just made it to the second round of the playoffs. Really proud of them as well.
All right, we all know about the softball team. It is time to play the game. Lisa Clark, thank you very much. I have in my hand the second card to play, Are You Smarter? And the question is, during Frito-Lay's annual flavor contest, which of these was chosen to become the newest addition to Lay's potato chips? Was it A, cappuccino, B, wasabi ginger, C, cheddar bacon mac and cheese, D, mango salsa? I have tried one of the four. Let's see if it was the one that survived.
Okay. They all sound good. I'm going to go with B, wasabi ginger.
Wow, wasabi ginger survived. I did not know that. See, I like cheddar bacon mac and cheese, but it was more cheddar and bacon. Thanks for hanging out with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Let's send it back over to the set. I'll be over in just a sec.
I like this plain old regular Fritos. That's what I like.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
Wasabi.
let's check out some scores on the Georgia EMC scoreboard. Right off the bat, we've got a battle of unbeatens. We've got Grayson and Decula, both teams unbeaten. Grayson leading by a touchdown in the second quarter, 14-7. Hughes and Westlake, no score early on. Peachtree Ridge leading Norcross, who is undefeated in region play, 21-2. That one in the second quarter. Milton, no trouble with Woodstock right now, 20-0 in the second. It is McEachern leading Kennesaw Mountain, 14-6. Ware County, 3 touchdowns better than Statesboro early on. It is Allatoona. They are undefeated, leading Paulding County, 20-12 in the second. Buford over North Oconee by 4 touchdowns, 28-0. Woodward Academy over Sandy Creek, 7-0 early on. And Marist over Columbia, 21-0. For complete Georgia high school football scores, download the GPB Sports app for your iPhone or your iPound. It is absolutely free. And just go on to the App Store and get it.
What he said.
How about that?
Well, it seems very hard to believe, Mark, but we only have 2 weeks left of the regular season here on Football Fridays in Georgia. Here's a look at the schedule brought to you by Georgia EMC. Well, next week, it is Halloween, and we are going to have a spectacular game for you. It is going to be Tucker at Lovejoy. It is the Tigers taking on the Wildcats. Then, after that, it is going to be Gainesville taking on the Falcons of Flowery Branch. And then it is the playoffs all the way to the state championships in the Georgia Dome on December 12th and 13th. Remember, GPB is your home for high school sports. Nobody covers high school sports like GPB.
All right, John Nelson is here to join us for another edition of Backroads and Backfields, brought to you by the Georgia Cotton Commission.
The natural choice for Georgia.
All right, you headed East Young Man to Augusta and to a defending state champion team.
And they are still rocking and rolling in single A private. If your roster, when everyone was healthy, was 45 strong, you'd be a defending state champ. So we went out to Aquinas to check in on the Fighting Irish.
Welch looking, pass, throwing, got him out there. Touchdown, Aquinas.
2014 was one of those years for Aquinas. First double-digit win season ever. First title game appearance ever. And with the win over Calvary Day, first state title ever. And for the former boys Catholic in Augusta, it's a moment generations in the making.
It was just like finishing off the year. You know, we had worked so hard during the summer, and it was finally paying off for the school and for every other team that had played before us. We kind of shared that with them.
So, okay, now about the encore. The Fighting Irish are out of the block 7-0. With really only one close game on the books so far, but the juniors that won a title last year are now seniors who are trying to defend a very difficult job.
It's trouble, but we still have a chip on our shoulder because people still think that, you know, it's a one-time thing. It's a fluke, so we got to come back and prove that it's not.
Oh, it's fun. I actually enjoy it because it gets the kids' attention a little bit more. They know they got to come to work every day. They know they can't afford to come out and start slow in any game. Basically, it's like the SEC nowadays. You can't lose a game.
Having a 27-year-old head coach in Leonard helps in that he can probably relate more to his players than most can, but at the hopeful midpoint of their season, it's all good so far.
We just got to keep it going. We can't get lazy. That's the main thing. We just got to come into practice every week thinking we know we got a target on our back, so we gotta go hard. Like, we can't get lazy at all.
Eyes on three. 1, 2, 3.
Irish. You got any kind of pull muscle or injury if you leave before seeing done?
And tonight, Aquinas is rolling in their game. Mark, believe it or not, James Leonard is one of roughly 36 of the Leonard clan that have made their way through Boys Catholic and Aquinas, and he is undefeated as a head coach. He's already 22-0 when it comes to his early career at the age of 27. He almost has as many wins as he is old.
And the state championship in his back pocket as well.
And they're gunning for a second.
All right, Backroads and Backfields brought to you by the Georgia Cotton Commission.
The natural choice for Georgia.
Claire?
Well, from Pee Wee football to senior night, these parents have been on the sidelines for it all. Now let's go over to Grace Olson with a segment we call Rent Check. Grace?
That's right. This is Rent Check. Time to check in with the parents of one of the athletes on the field tonight. Right here, we've got Paul and Amy Lund, the parents of Mill Creek's tight end Jake Lund. Now we're going to quiz these guys and see how much they've learned about Jake over the last 17, 18 years. But before we do that, let's put up a couple baby photos of Jake. I see there's one where he's teeny holding a football.
Newborn photo, yes. We had to put a little football in there because we knew that's what he wanted him to do.
And I know, Dad, you played football, right?
Yes, I did in high school.
Awesome. Well, he was such a cutie there. Now let's get to some trivia. You ready? Okay. Who's Jake's favorite NFL quarterback? Dad, this one's for you.
Peyton Manning.
Exactly. He told me Peyton Manning. He said he loves the way he runs his offenses and how he strives to be a leader. He said it was hard because his favorite team's the Falcons, but he loves Peyton Manning. And Mom, what is the skill he needs to improve upon most before going to college, not on the football field?
Oh, I would say study guides, but
say what? I'm sorry.
I say studying. I'm not sure.
No, you're totally right. He told me studying. He said you help him a lot with studying, but when he's on his own, he needs to do a better job of that. And Dad, what is Jake's proudest accomplishment in class?
Jake had a big test coming up in language arts, and he studied very hard and ended up getting a 98. So he's very proud of that recently.
He said that's the toughest class for him, so he was super proud of that.
Yeah, major, no.
Well, he said you've helped him a lot, so that's great that you've been able to do that, Mom.
Very proud of him.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys did a great job on our trivia. You know your son very well. So we're going to reward you with a couple Football Fridays in Georgia t-shirt. We've got Nicole coming in here to help us, our own Vanna White. Let's see, Football Fridays in Georgia, so you guys can wear those the rest of the season. Thank you for joining us on Rent Check. Let's head back over to the set to Mark and Claire.
Thanks so much, Grace. Now it's time for our career play of the game, brought to you by the Technical College System of Georgia. Despite the changing job market in the state, many Georgians continue to find solid careers in the field of industrial technology. Careers include machine operators and designers, as well as industrial systems managers and machine tool technicians. Areas of the field that are growing include cutting-edge trades like robotics and industrial design. It takes training and technical skills, but these jobs are available and you can build your own career. That's why industrial technology is tonight's career play of the game. For more information on getting your next career started, visit tcsg.edu. And Mark, maybe they can learn how to build a drone.
Well, maybe so. We saw one out here tonight.
I would love for them to build us one.
Yep, it's senior night. Everybody's ready to go. You ready for the second half?
I think so.
All
Let's
right.
see.
We'll send it back up to Matt and Chuck then for the call, the second half, and lots of highlights after this timeout. Stay with us.
You look twice before crossing. You exercise. You choose the salad occasionally. But when it comes to staying well, physically, financially, emotionally, going it alone is hard. So Cigna has your back and your knees 24/7, in sickness and in health, answering your questions, giving you some coaching, helping you get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
Nothing prepares you better for a great career than the Technical College System of Georgia. TCSG colleges produce graduates with the knowledge and training today's top employers are looking for. With campuses across Georgia, state-of-the-art facilities, and outstanding instructors with real-world experience, it's the kind of affordable college education that will fast-track you into a rewarding career. We're building a better future for you. Contact the TCSG college in your area today or go to tcsg.edu.
The new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A Fan Experience puts fans closer to the game experience. Featuring over 30,000 square feet of college football interactive exhibits. Tickets available at cfbhall.com.
Welcome back, Mill Creek Community Stadium, Markham Field, getting ready for the second 24 minutes. Mill Creek up 23-0 at the break here with Collins Hill head coach Kevin Reach. What'd you tell him at the break?
You know, high school football is a game of momentum, and we got to get some of that momentum back. You know, we didn't have any of it the first half, had too many mistakes, and you know, we got to get some of that momentum back.
I know that you were getting some success in the run game, but it was almost like, you know, clutch and break and fits and starts almost for you.
Yeah, offensively, we got to get some things going and move the chains a little bit more than what we've done. And you know, I told them let's just win those little battles right now. If we can just do that and get some points on the board, you know, we'll be okay then.
All right, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
That's Kevin Reach. He's got a long task ahead of him as we head to the third quarter. Let's send it upstairs to Matt and Chuck for highlights and stats.
Yep, Nelly and Chuck, big hill for Collins Hill to climb. They really couldn't get anything going offensively, and Mill Creek just beating them on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and we talked about the youthfulness on Collins Hill's offense. I mean, returning no starters, but this isn't the right team to try to, start out with a new offense against. And, right off the bat, Mill Creek, they established that physical presence on the offensive line running the ball with Jonathan Hawkins.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights. You mentioned Jonathan Hawkins, and he certainly was the story in that first half. This 40-yard touchdown run got things going for Mill Creek.
Yeah, and you saw it was almost like Highway 85. There was no one there, so there was no traffic. A lot of great blocking so far.
Yeah, another 1-yard touchdown run by there, and then the gaping hole on the right side of the offensive line right there, 7-yard touchdown run. 3 scores, over 110 yards rushing for Hawkins in that first half.
Yeah, and we call those big guys road graders and give a lot of credit to the Mill Creek offensive line. They have lived up to the expectations of what everyone said. They're fantastic run blockers, and they work well as a unit, which all good offensive lines do.
Mill Creek averages over 430 yards of offense per game. That's a pretty stout number for a high school team. They got 210 at the half here.
Yeah, and they are fantastic. They score a lot of points, and this offense is playing a lot of football together, and that's one thing, that's an understatement that we probably haven't talked about enough. And, that's why they are who they are, and that's why they're going to have an opportunity, I believe, to make some noise in the playoffs this year.
Well, a win here tonight. They're 4-1 in the region. Then Collins Hill is behind the 8 ball because they will be 3-2. And of course, we'll keep our eye on that Peachtree Ridge and Norcross score as well. If Peachtree Ridge knocks off Norcross, then everybody in the region would have a loss with 2 weeks to go. It would be crazy.
Peachtree Ridge. I remember their quarterback, a young Chance Thrasher, 5th grade, throwing balls in any training center around Gwinnett County, and now look at him. He's got his team with an opportunity to, play some good ball for a run towards the state maybe.
Well, Mill Creek gets the ball to start the third quarter, and they have a 23-0 lead, and we are underway in the third quarter. And that is your BuildGeorgia.com kickoff. Learn a skill, build a career. Do it now at BuildGeorgia.com. Aaron Anderson on the return. Brings the ball up to about the 20. 8-yard line. That's where the Hawks will start. Daniel David got shaken up late in that second quarter. Looks like he's okay. Just to bring you up to date on his numbers, 4 of 7 passing, 55 yards, 7 carries, 36 yards. For the season, he's averaging 113 passing per game, 71 on the ground, 184 total offense per game. And I bet we're going to see a steady dose of Jonathan Hawkins here in the third and fourth quarter.
Well, and that's the blueprint for success in the first half so far for Mill Creek, running the power plays, running the inside zone, and then also pulling it out, running on the outside with number 2, Daniel David.
2nd and 4, and flags thrown at the line of scrimmage.
Those are those kind of small plays that we talked about early in the first half. Coaches always say the attention to details. You have a 2nd and 4 there, and instead of giving yourself a chance to get the 3rd down, maybe making a big play, you have an offsides penalty that gives an already tough Mill Creek offense an easy 1st down.
1st down at the 39. Hawkins with the carry. Hawkins goes down. Tackle made by Miles Parker. 3rd tackle of the night from Miles Parker. Parker's older brother Jordan starting running back at Middle Tennessee. Of course, we told you earlier that Josh Fannin, who is the center for Mill Creek, is committed to Middle Tennessee.
6'3", 300 pounds.
He's the guy with the beard. Hull with the catch and go, and Hull shoots out of there like a rocket across the 40-yard line, deep into territory for Collins Hill at the 37.
Well, he does a good job here. Good job on good fake, good job on the now screen. Excellent blocking downfield.
Yeah, Micah Pulley throwing that block to Spring Hull, who's got some jets, and it's 1st and 10 at the 37. 3rd catch of the game for Hull.
This offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Hawkins on the run. This Mill Creek team, when we showed you the resume for this team a year ago, probably considered the best team in the state not to make the state playoffs a year ago. At 6-4, they got shut out of that 4-team mix in Region 7. And, you know, Shannon Jarvis said he addressed it with the team. He said a year ago we lost control of our playoff situation. We had to depend on somebody else to come through for us. And he said, kids, right now you're in control of your own situation. Go out and win a ball game and take care of business. Belmar with the tackle and the body slam.
Nice tackle, and you make a good point. You always want to control your own destiny, and when you control your own destiny, you're winning. And there's nothing worse for a team when you're sitting back watching in that Georgia Dome last year, watching Norcross play North Gwinnett. 2 teams that at one point people thought you were better than last year. So they got a good chance this year, and I like the mind frame of coach. Let those guys know I'm challenging you.
3rd down and 8. Ball at the 36. Blitz coming for Collins Hill. They pick it up. David throws complete. Short of the 1st down. Catch was made by Micah Pulley, his 9th grab of the year. And it's going to be 4th down.
Excellent job by Collins Hill playing the zone. Nice work. Excellent job, guys. And what you see here, those are we call it zone eyes. All you got to do is play in your zone. When he catches it, make a tackle. Nice job by the Collins Hill defense.
Won't try the long field goal here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 5. Effignani now lines up in the backfield along with Daniel David. And timeout called by Mill Creek.
Trying to freeze him.
Here's a look at what's left for Mill Creek. They win tonight. They would be 4-1 in the region, 5-3 overall with tough, and I mean tough, road games remaining to get into the playoffs with Norcross and Peachtree Ridge back-to-back on the road. At last report, Peachtree Ridge upsetting Norcross, if you want to call it an upset, 21-2, probably an upset with the wide margin of score, 21-2 at halftime. But that's a tough road right there for Mill Creek.
Yeah, and that'll be an angry Norcross team coming back, and they'll be fighting for their playoff. Well, actually, they'll be even, all be even at that point, right? They're 4-0 in the region. Everybody else with the log jam at 3-1. And that would put them at 4-1. You're talking about a tough region now. When I was growing up in Athens, Georgia, you know, this Gwinnett County hadn't quite developed like it has now. I mean, I'm just telling you. The talent level now, in the old days, times have really changed. Gwinnett County's done a heck of a job with all these teams.
Absolutely. If Norcross gets beat by Peachtree Ridge as they are right now, Mill Creek wins this ball game, Collins Hill, you're going to have at least 3 teams. Actually, North Gwinnett, a likely winner tonight against Meadow Creek. There would be 4 teams at 4-1 in the region. Daniel running, throwing, grabbed by Hull inside the 20. They tried to push him out of bounds. He tight ropes the sideline all the way down to the 2. Wow, Joe Hull quickly becoming the go-to guy in this Mill Creek offensive passing attack.
Well, I mean, you can't coach this right here. This is all instinct. But I'm going to tell you this. Nice job right here by Hull. Staying awake, staying alert, getting where you need to be. Because when you got a quarterback like this, he's dipping, he's dabbing, he's jumping, he's doing all kind of different movements. You got to, stay active on that. Nice job.
I like that Joe Hull. He knows how to get open.
Yeah, he does.
Play broke down. He found a spot where he was open, and then Hawkins finds a spot and buries his helmet into a Collins Hill defender, knocks him back 3 yards on his 4th score of the night.
Power play. Same power play running behind that big offensive line, and they are really doing a good job, as we talked about. Power, combination. They knock the defensive tackle off the ball, and they bring the backside guard around. That's a classic power play. That's exactly what it's called, power right.
And you saw on that TCSG touchdown replay, he knocked 3 Collins Hill defenders down like bowling pins.
Number 57, Chad Walker, Bobby Clem, they are having a player of the game type of day. We can give it to both of them.
And so is Jonathan Hawkins. 4 touchdowns for him tonight. Watch him like a battering ram. Bam, bam, and bam.
When you're sick or injured, just having a routine daily life again is your biggest dream. As an academic medical center, we do a lot of research, but we do research to make a difference here and now. A great example is transplant patients who have to take anti-rejection drugs that can interfere with their immune systems. Our research recently produced new drugs that reduce those side effects so they don't have to live in fear of catching other diseases. That's what research should do. Make life routine.
Providing safe, affordable, and reliable electricity requires more than bucket trucks and utility poles. These are the faces behind your power. For more than 75 years, Georgia's nonprofit, member-owned electric cooperatives have been on a mission to brighten the lives of more than 4.5 million Georgians. We are Georgia's EMCs, proudly serving our members, lighting the way.
That's a rolling roadblock right there. 30-0 behind that massive offensive front line of Mill Creek as the Hawks just capped a 9-play, 72-yard drive. And there's the big guys up front getting it done.
They're big.
Look at number 54 over here. He's the biggest of them all. 6'5", 315 senior. I'll repeat that. 6'5", 315. Got junior college offers. He's going to end up playing some big-time Division I football before it's all said and done.
He's a big old joker. That's what they say down where I'm from. He's a big old joker. He's big. All right, what you want here, guys? You got your tackle, you got your guard. They're going to double team here. They're going to bring the offside guard around on the power play. You're going to get Jonathan Hawkins here for a touchdown. That's called a power play, one of the oldest power plays in ball. That's all they want to do. They wash him out, and that's what you look for. It's called power. And if you don't have a defensive tackle that can handle 595 pounds of Chad Walker and Bobby Clem, you're going to have a lot of touchdowns.
Bobby Clem, the state runner-up in the heavyweight wrestling division this past season.
I can't get over these beards, man. It took me till I was 28 years old to get a beard. Now the kids today, it's got to be in in the farming. It's got to be in the food.
That's going to be a touchback right there off the foot of Brenton King. And Bobby Clem, the quick tackle.
Look at, yep, see this right here? It took a long time for me to get that. And man, I'm just telling you, man, like I said, if I'm in an alley and I'm having to scrap, I want to take him with me.
Did you like to work the mouthpiece like that too?
Yeah, well, he looks like he wants to eat it.
Yeah, he's hungry, man. It's like they've been playing for a couple of hours. He hasn't eaten.
He ain't missing no meals, though. He ain't missing no meals. He's a big joker now.
Got to chew on something. 1st and 10. Ball is on the deck, and Mill Creek has it. They never did get the handoff to Thomas Harris. Monty Horn, Thomas Harris never connected. Wheels coming off here for Collins Hill.
Attention to detail. One of the most important fundamental part of football when you play offense. You have to be able to take the snap. You have to be able to hand the ball off. Those are little things that there are no excuses for that. Those are from the time you've been playing football and you're a quarterback, you're a running back, you got to get the exchange.
Sidney Otiwu with the fumble recovery.
Otiwu.
Got a younger brother, Stanley, also plays linebacker on this team. Got a couple of brothers playing college ball as well. His brother Justin at Georgia State and Ben at Kennesaw State. Of course, the Owls will kick off their program next year.
Pretty exciting times for the Owls.
Absolutely. Got all kinds of football opportunities now in the state of Georgia, with Georgia State launching their program within the last couple of years. Now Kennesaw State. And even smaller programs like Shorter and Reinhardt, all those schools, I believe, have football now. And just great opportunities for kids to continue playing football beyond the high school level. Not everybody's going to play at University of Tennessee.
I got lucky now. When I tell you, I didn't know where I was going. I started out at Northeast Oklahoma. I went to junior college, so I encourage kids all the time. Sometimes you're not ready academically to step up into the big pond, so you got to go to the smaller pond. So that's one of the things that I did. There's nothing wrong with you have to go to a smaller school, but to me, it's about free money. You're earning free money to get your education, and that's what this is all about no matter what level, because if you're good enough, you're going to have an opportunity to get to the next level, but the education is what's most important.
They measure right here, and that is a first down for Mill Creek at the 9-yard line. Just to continue your point, the first ever Mill Creek player to make it to the National Football League. Ryan Robinson went junior college, eventually ended up at Oklahoma State, and last year played for the Oakland Raiders.
It's good stuff. In the next 5-6 years, as we're starting to see now, Gwinnett County, they're producing as many NFL players as any county in the state as well as in the southeastern region.
Hawkins crashes down to the 5-yard line. Robert Snyder making the tackle. 9 tackles, 3 for loss for Robert Snyder in this game.
Robert Snyder's competing, and that's what you look for. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, on the winning teams, and I've been also a lot of times on teams when you're down 30-0. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. You're going to have a coach evaluate that film. You still got to put your best foot forward.
Hawkins on the run. Now, Chuck, honesty compels me. When you were at Clark Central, there were no 30-0s on the bad side of Clark Central.
We got whooped by Valdosta in the state championship in '87. We went down to Valdosta.
That was probably your only loss of the year.
Yep. That was our only loss of the year, and they whooped our butts. I'm telling you now, we were down there, and if you've never played down there, is it Bazemore Stadium?
Yeah.
Is it Bazemore Stadium? I don't know.
It's Cleveland Field, and it might be Bazemore Stadium.
I don't know, but I've been at the other end of the spectrum, and you still got to compete. You still got to compete. You still got to compete. And then what you want to teach Mill Creek, this is big boy ball, you know. This is big boy ball, and again, you want to put the pedal to the metal and keep doing what you do best and try to stay healthy, get young guys some experience. As well as just think about this, though. This is a young Collins Hill team. And it's also about experience for this young team getting out there competing against a team that's clearly a seasoned veteran team that is, built right now to win. And I think Collins Hill, the future is bright for this Collins Hill program and team.
third down and goal. Efignani gets in and scores. 36-0. Brian Efignani with his 5th score as we take a look at the TCSG touchdown replay.
Same play, same power play, just different back. I think what you're seeing now is Mill Creek, they're working on what they do best, running power plays, pulling the backside offensive guard, and doing a good job with it right now, controlling this ball game, 37-0.
If you don't have the GPB Sports app, then you don't know what you're missing. You can watch tonight's game live on the app if you have to leave home, or if you just want to sit at home and watch it on your app, that's fine too. Get the latest scores from around the state, football news, blogs, and so much more. It's free. And if it's free, it's for me at the App Store. Download it today. 5-play, 19-yard drive after that fumble recovery, and Mill Creek putting a whoop in on Collins Hill tonight. John Nelson.
All right, let's go with some scores here. I'm working with a pen, a phone, and a piece of paper. Let's see if I can juggle this right. Pearson Ampling tied at 14. Clinch County rolling tonight as well. Updates, Milton leading Woodstock 27-13 in the third. McEachern still no problem with Kennesaw Mountain third quarter. Also, Ware County still no problem with Statesboro. Alatoona is winning big. Buford is winning big. Woodward is still winning. Hart County blowing out Oconee 42-7. Calvary Day leading Claxton 35-21. Washington County top ranked in AAA. No problems with Josie. That was 43-6 in the second. Archer winning 21-7 right now over Central. Salem leading Lanier in a bit of a surprise early on, 14-7. Tucker, no problems with Alcovey. They were up 27-0 in the second quarter. Region game for them. The game with Lovejoy on GPB next week will go to decide pretty much the region title there with 1 and 2. The winner of that one. Let's send it back upstairs. We'll have more in a bit, and I'll see if I can keep juggling this stuff.
Yeah, Nelly, looking forward to heading down to Thousand Oaks Stadium with you guys. Chuck, we're going to be down there.
Fired up, because, you know, right down there is some of my favorite soul food spots. I'm going to take you guys right off in East Point. I'm about to take y'all to the beautiful, down off of Cascade, guys. You know,
all right.
You like oxtails, collard greens?
You know it. I love oxtails. I do love collard greens, though.
Ooh,
the oxtails, you know.
They say granny's in the back putting her feet in it. It's a myth.
I hope it's a myth.
I know. You never know.
Cody Russell with the catch. We are 5 minutes away from having a running clock in the fourth quarter. That's hard to believe. We never would have guessed that. With Collins Hill and Mill Creek, this is easily, by far, the biggest win for Mill Creek in the 9 games of this series. In fact, Mill Creek's prior 2 victories have all been by a field goal, one of them in triple overtime. And Mill Creek getting some frustration out against Collins Hill tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, you just got to give a lot of credit to this offense. They've executed. You know, Mill Creek's done a good job, and you know, especially really, again, we've talked about the offensive line. Coach Josh Lovelady, I mean, he's done an excellent job. Guys are blocking, calling a good game, and they're doing a good job right now. Coach Jarvis has his guys clicking on all cylinders at Mill Creek.
Looks like we could have a 4-way tie for first place in Region 7 with 2 weeks to play after tonight. And Collins Hill right now would be the odd team out. Team number 5, and only 4 teams go to the state playoffs. Slade on the Wildcat. Otiwu.
Good job by Otiwu.
Yeah, he tied the single game school record with 20 tackles in their 28-21 loss versus Decula earlier this year.
Well, this linebacker corps has really stepped up. And one of the things that Coach Jarvis talked about is that they're now coming downhill. What that means is when the ball snaps, as you're seeing here, they are attacking the line of scrimmage.
Ball broken up. Des Howard nearly made the grab, and Horn picks himself up off the deck. Blitz came, and they had a full shot at him.
And we talked about the double barrel blitz. We talked about Voiles. He's explosive. He's like a cannon. I'm telling you, comes out of there like a cannon, and he does a good job coming downhill. And what I was alluding to, that was exactly what Coach talked about. They're coming downhill. they're attacking. They're an athletic bunch, and they've improved from the first game. They really have.
Chase Turner was that Miles Riley. Ball fumbled.
Miles Riley.
And looks like Mill Creek got back on top of it.
I don't know how they got that back. That was tight. That was, uh-oh. Personal foul.
Yep, we got some shoving going on there. Gerard Butler, number 6 for Mill Creek, and Jordan Bertrand for Collins Hill exchanging some words and some shoves at the end of the play.
Cool. Got to keep you cool and be cool in situations like this. He's looking for, got to get on that.
Thomas Harris was there and did not get on top of it after Miles Riley had let it go through his hands.
Miles knew he was going to have to run. Be probably some kind of punishment. We played in high school for Billy Henderson. You fumble the ball, you're going to run some 110s or 440s, and just as a punishment.
So an offsetting penalty, so no mark-off on either ball club. Stop the Drop is an initiative dedicated to preventing high school dropouts. We're asking students to do their part by finding out how the problem affects their community and preparing a 30-second PSA that tells us all about it. The best PSA wins a $2,500 scholarship. Find out more at gpb.org/stopthedrop.
So lots of Brian Effignani. Uh-oh, quick screen.
David Curry. So Curry with the catch. Only thing left pretty much for Mill Creek to accomplish tonight is a touchdown pass for Daniel David. That would make him the all-time touchdown passer in school history.
That'd be a special to do tonight, particularly on this night.
Effignani with the first down run. Antonio Oliver making the tackle at the end of the play, but they move the sticks as he gets across the 50.
Something you just said about Daniel David breaking the record, and it is senior night, so I understand as far as, because if you're kind of looking at the game, you're like, okay, it's 37-0. You know, you got big game next week, so the only thing I can see, the only reason I would see them trying to get down close and him throwing the ball would be, obviously, for him to break that record.
Well, it's your final home game of the regular season. Of course, you're in the mix for at least one playoff home game.
I'd go for it. If I'm the coach, if I'm Coach Jarvis, I understand I'd go for it.
Effignani inside the 40-yard line. Oliver and Flores making the tackle. Mill Creek at the next level. Kelsey Griffin, the big D tackle, now at South Carolina in his sophomore season. Tyler Cerniski at Maryland. A.J. Ruschel at Air Force, and Keanu James at East Tennessee State as the Buccaneers restarting their program under Carl Torbush.
I'm a big fan of Kelsey Griffin. I had a chance to do a little training with him over the years, a little D-line work, and he's a big, thick, stout kid that has a bright future in South Carolina.
Effignani. Mill Creek really grinding out the yards on the ground here tonight, especially in this second half. Move the sticks again, and that's a first down at the 30-yard line.
A lot of hands on hips for Collins Hill's defense. They've been out there a lot tonight. It's hard when you're a young defense and you're going against such a big offensive line. You wear down, but they've given a valiant effort. And now this all right now, this is about pride. You're playing for pride right now on Collins Hill's defense. And you're also, the eye in the sky don't lie. If you want to go to college, scouts watch you when you're up and you're down.
9th carry of the ball game for Effignani. Effignani picks up another 12 yards on the play. 9 carries, 55 for Effignani tonight. Shannon Jarvis had a lot of good things to say about this senior running back, converted from linebacker. Really feels good about this young man. Finally getting a chance to play here and some good things happening for him here in his final year of high school ball.
Well, good job on that stretch. Nice job staying behind his blockers and finding space. And what you want to do is you want to run the daylight, but you want to always run off your offensive linemen's butts. So when you see those butts, that's where you want to cut to, because that's usually where the hole is.
So 1st and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line. Delay a game call. Collins Hill, their players at the next level. Running back Charles Perkins at Georgia Tech. You see the Old Dominion connection with Tyler Henneke, Andrew Everett, and Nick England, Jordan Parker at Middle Tennessee. And Christian Harris, Jonathan Thomas, Tyler Henderson, all seniors on last year's team. Harris now at Duke, Thomas at Syracuse, and Henderson at Wake Forest.
That Tyler Henneke, he was a special one to watch. And I'm going to just tell you, had some of the best games I've ever seen. That guy can really throw the ball. Got a bright future. Old Dominion, it's kind of like a pipeline going on.
Yeah. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, Miles Fox, the nose tackle for Collins Hill, is committed to Old Dominion as well. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. They just keep giving the ball to Efagnani. There's Miles Fox right there.
Man, that 90 looks real good. All the 90s look good. I'm pulling for all of them.
You look good in your 90 there, Chuck. A lot of Falcons fans remember you fondly, as well as Tennessee Volunteer fans. That's the end of the third quarter. Running clock coming up here in the fourth quarter. Mill Creek has been in command from the jump. And as we head to the fourth quarter, the Mill Creek Hawks and Shannon Jarvis looking to improve to 4-1 in the region and winning in a big way here on senior night.
As a strong, stable bank, Regions is always looking for opportunities to boost the vitality of our communities. In addition to offering financial solutions for our customers, we are committed to supporting local initiatives and organizations that help our neighborhoods thrive. Regions is proud to be a partner with GPB in building a better Georgia.
Some questions can't wait until morning. So I'm one of many nurses at Cigna with answers, anytime, day or night. I'm Lauren, and I've got your back.
I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
She's perfectly healthy.
Cigna covers preventive care. That's having your back.
Today, companies in the aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and film industries need skilled workers, and the earning potential is high. Go Build Georgia can show you where the jobs are and what skills you need to get them. And the Technical College System of Georgia has fast, affordable training for these great-paying careers. Build your blueprint for success at GoBuildGeorgia.com and look to the Technical College System of Georgia to put your plan into action. The new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A fan experience puts fans closer to the game experience. Featuring over 30,000 square feet of college football interactive exhibits. Tickets available at CFBHall.com.
Hey Georgia High School students, GPB's annual Stop the Drop video contest is back and open for entry. Show off your creative side with a 30-second PSA about the value of staying in school. You can win a cash prize and make a difference. Visit gpb.org/stopthedrop for more information.
Welcome back to a chilly night at Mill Creek High School. Seeing some rowdy fans there excited about their lead. Mill Creek Hawks leading 37-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. Now there's a former Collins Hill athlete who's enjoyed a lot of time in the spotlight since she was an Eagle, and that she was the subject of our trivia question for tonight, which was what Collins Hill alum won an Olympic gold medal and was in WNBA MVP this past year? The answer to the question is Maya Moore, and we asked you guys to answer on social social media. So our winner for the tonight is Jared Yeldell. He's watching on the app all the way from Granville, South Carolina. So we're going to send him his Football Fridays in Georgia t-shirt all the way to South Carolina. Back to you guys. Matt, up in the booth.
All right. See, you can enjoy Football Fridays in Georgia in South Carolina or in Alaska if you'd like. App goes anywhere, and it's free. Download on iTunes. Start of the fourth quarter. Handoff goes to Effignani, and he's going to trot into the end zone. 43-0.
Well, right now, if you're Collins Hill's defensive coordinator, Larry Massey, you're pulling your hair out and understand, how do I stop this offense? And that's what lots of defensive coordinators have said over the last 2 years with this offense. How do we stop Mill Creek? And they're tough with this offensive line.
Josh Fannin, the center, is down. Looks like it's just cramps as they're working on his right leg. 3-star offensive guard in the 24/7 Sports composite rankings.
These offensive linemen, they're not used to doing all this running. These guys are chasing these defenders down, getting worn out there.
Effignani goes in for the second time. So Brian Effignani's had 2 touchdowns, and Jonathan Hawkins has had 4 touchdowns tonight. That caps a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Bryson King on for the PAT. (44-0). Mill Creek in command. Looking ahead to 2 big road games to close out the regular season.
Georgia cotton farmers want you to know cotton is grown in 91 Georgia counties on over 1 million acres. Cotton makes a $2.5 billion economic impact and accounts for over 15,000 jobs in Georgia. Cotton's innovative production has lowered water use per pound of cotton by 75% since 1980. 1 bale of cotton can make 215 pairs of denim jeans or 700 towels. Cotton is a natural choice for Georgia.
You look twice before crossing. You exercise. You choose the salad occasionally. But when it comes to staying well, physically, financially, emotionally, going it alone is hard. So Cigna has your back and your knees 24/7, in sickness and in health, answering your questions, giving you some coaching, helping you get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
44-0. Mill Creek pitching a shutout here against Collins Hill tonight. 7-play, 61-yard drive capped on the 9-yard touchdown run by Brian Effignani. And John Nelson's going to update the scoreboard for us.
Got a bunch of stuff going on. The biggest surprise right now, Norcross losing to Peachtree Ridge 28-2. And no, that is not a misprint. That's a third quarter score. 28-2. Also on the board, Grayson still leading Decula 17-13. That was a third quarter score the last time we had it. Also on the board, you're looking at Washington County put 71 on the board tonight right now. They're leading 71-6 over Josie. Hillgrove Harrison, they were tied at 21. Harris County, a big surprise in West Georgia, leading 27-6 at Carver Columbus at McClung Memorial Stadium. That's a third quarter score. And this one is specifically for Dr. Rush. And this is a little build-up here. Okay. Clark Central, Winder Barrow. What do you remember about Winder Barrow when you were a high school youngin' there, Dr. Rush?
They would never, ever think about playing and beating the Gladiators.
I can tell you something about, and I got something to add about Winder Barrow, but you go ahead and do your thing there, and I got something to add.
16-14 right now. Clark Central's in a bit of a fight with the Bulldogs, B-U-double-L-D-O-double-G Dogs. That's a third quarter score, and they're hanging in with you. North Gwinnett beating Duluth right now, third quarter, 51-24. Big night for Josh Imador-Bebe. He's got 5 touchdowns. Lakeside Evans, we talked about Lakeside Evans and Warner Robins being a big game in 5A. 5 teams in 4 spots for that region. That one's tied at 28 in the third, and we'll have some more as we go and some lower classifications and keep you posted on 6A.
You stole my...
I'm good at that.
John, back
You
in the
stole my little factoid on the Winder Barrow Bulldogs that spelled Bulldogs with a double G at the end.
Well, it's what it was.
It's their little signature mark. It's BULLDOGGS, Bulldog.
And which one of the Armstrong brothers was the road dog? Jesse James, D-O-double-G dog?
You got me on that.
That's a wrestling reference. I'm sorry. I apologize for wrestling references right now.
Cody Russell with the catch.
I'm trying to think of Phil Jones was one of the big coaches in the history of Winder Barrow with the Bulldogs. And now, Matt, you had talked earlier about programs that are building and developing here in the state. He's got Shorter University now. They're full-blown Division II in the Gulf South Conference, and they've got a big game with Valdosta State. They're Valdosta State's homecoming tomorrow afternoon.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of fun.
For those of you who like to road trip to catch games on Saturdays, well, sorry, we got to talk about Fridays. Actually, you know what? I've been giving scores so much, I had to charge my phone. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm charging my phone.
Horn up top and nearly intercepted at the 45-yard line. Chase Turner nearly came up with the pick. We haven't had a chance really to talk about Chase Turner, but he's been a big step up for Mill Creek this season after they lost Chris DeCute in the first game of the season. Chris DeCute, their 2-year starter at safety, they lost him third play of the season against Colquitt County. And he was a guy that Shannon Jarvis said, if you'd asked me before the season started, the one guy we can't lose, it would have been him. And I saw him. He went through the senior day ceremonies prior to the start of the game. And, you know, he tore his labrum, almost a 360 tear of his labrum. To make the long story short, Turner has really stepped up for Mill Creek and really kind of shored up that strong safety position for them here late in the season. Let's take a look at some of the high school legends for these two teams. Collins Hill, remember Brandon Coutu kicked at Georgia, went on to kick with the Seattle Seahawks. Barrett McMillan, Kyle Wallace, two big-time linemen here in this Collins Hill program. Barrett played at Wake Forest and Kyle at Georgia Tech. Zach Davis just finished up his career as a really good linebacker at Tulane. And Mill Creek, we talked about Ryan Robinson earlier. First player out of the Mill Creek program to make it to the National Football League. Did so last year with the Raiders after playing at Oklahoma State. David Curry stays in there at quarterback. And the onslaught continues as they hand the ball off to Jason Chase.
Oh, Brandon Coutu was a good kicker at Georgia. Good guy. I got a chance to spend a little time with him here and there out between here and Athens. Good player. Some really good talent that's come through these programs. Collins Hill's doing a good job developing great talent.
Yeah, first saw him calling high school football games here in the city of Atlanta, and he was actually a walk-on at Georgia. Ended up being one of the better kickers in University of Georgia history. Jason Chase gets another carry, and Collins Hill's defense is just worn slap out right now as Mill Creek running over them, around them, and through them.
Yeah, Coach Massey, he's trying to figure out who to get in there. I mean, when you get to this point, I mean, they're tired of the good job of blocking downhill by Mill Creek, and Mill Creek looks like they have their second offensive line in. And now it's a lot of young guys getting a lot of reps, but you still want to put your best foot forward. Collins Hill's worn down here. And now Mill Creek, they're just trying to work on developing the young talent. Just got to keep fighting. Got to keep playing within the defense that Coach Massey's calling when you're at Collins Hill. Play as a unit.
Jason Chase, another carry. 3 big carries for Jason Chase as he gets inside the 10-yard line. All the starters are out, including all the starters on the offensive line as well. Tyler Boyle's given a chance to some congratulations to those linemen. That's big Caleb Kim right there, who says he's going to go down to Auburn and watch the Tigers, the team he's committed to, play South Carolina tomorrow night. At least that's what the recruiting websites say. See Bobby Clem next to him. And then you see 74 Jack Franklin. Now, he's just a sophomore. And look, he's working on facial hair, too, and he's just a sophomore.
I know, man. What is going on?
He's a 6'3", 270 sophomore split guard, and they say that Shannon Jarvis says that he's as talented as Kim. Jason Chase gets into the end zone to make it 50-0.
Nice run by Jason Chase. Excellent job fighting to get in that end zone. It was a one-on-one battle on the cornerback, and Jason Chase wins. Stretch zone play outside. Got to wrap up, young man who's at that cornerback. You got to wrap up. Reggie White got to wrap up. Put your arms around him, get him down tough. One-on-one tackle out there versus a big guy.
You saw Jason Chase get into the end zone on the TCSG touchdown replay. And you have the procedure call here that'll make them kick the PAT again.
I'd like to see number 11 Reggie White on that tackle, go after the running back. When you see him, you want to go attack the running back. But I understand when you get in a game like this, everybody's kind of second guessing themselves a little bit.
Jason Chase had 1 touchdown for the season, 5 carries, 14 yards when that drive started. He pretty much carried the ball on every play of that drive, capping a 5-play, 68-yard drive. It is 51-0, just under 6 minutes to play.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. Cigna, go you. And viewers like you, thank you.
At the heart of our community are the businesses that don't skip a beat. Georgia's electric membership cooperatives stand behind local commerce. Whether keeping farms running or shining a light on new ventures, we bring business, large and small, to our communities. Creating jobs, driving development, supporting dreams. Georgia's EMCs, powering our businesses, lighting the way.
This moment, getting here took 3 years of sleepless nights and postponed vacations. Your dad said play it safe. Your husband kept the faith. But franchising is why you partnered with Regions in the first place. We share your vision for moving forward. And at moments like this,
Hi, Steve.
that makes all the difference. Is your business at a turning point? Regions.
Mill Creek has scored on 5 straight possessions, 5 touchdowns on their last 5 possessions. That was a 5-play, 68-yard drive capped by Jason Chase. In fact, number 17, Jason Chase, carried the ball on all 5 plays of that drive. He had 5 carries for the entire season. He had 5 carries on that drive.
And he showed quickness. I mean, great change of direction, great vision. Everything that you need to be a successful running back.
Fresh legs.
Got good size.
Big old Caleb Kim headed to the Auburn Tigers. 24/7 Sports Composite 4-star, number 25 ranked offensive tackle in the nation.
Here he is lined up at tight end, guys. They got 3 receivers to the left. What they're doing is putting the power in. He's at tight end. He's going to block this defensive end and do what we call a bend block. He's going to strike him and use his left arm to club him upfield. Run the tape. Strikes him, uses his left arm to get him upfield. Creates a good job of gigantic hold for Jonathan Hawkins. On defense, does a great job. Swim move, gets upfield. On a quarterback draw, does an excellent job hitting the quarterback and I mean, Monty Horn had no chance. And what you say about this kid right now, I see versatility, you know, so he's done an excellent job today, playing offense, playing defense. Coach Jarvis talked about putting our best players on the field, and that's exactly what you saw tonight from Caleb Kim, who's going to Auburn, number 52.
Yeah, you're going to see Kim play a lot of defense here down the stretch, and now the offensive linemen, they don't get a lot of camera time, so they're going to enjoy the moment.
When you get a lead like this, you want to kind of pin your ears back and get after it a little bit.
Harris on the carry, out across the 34-yard line. Final home game for those seniors up front. 4 senior starters for that Mill Creek offensive line. 52, Caleb Kim, who we talked about a lot, but also Josh Fannin, 78. 57, Chad Walker, who's getting some SoCon type offers, Southern Conference type offers. Bobby Clem, all 4 of those guys, senior offensive linemen, playing their final regular season home game. Remains to be seen whether they're going to get a home game during the playoffs or if they're going to make the playoffs, but they take a big step in that direction tonight with this victory. At last report, as you heard Nelly say, Peachtree Ridge beating Norcross 28-2. That means at the end of tonight's play, with 2 weekends to go in the regular season in Region 7, there is a 4-way tie for first, second, third, and fourth place at 4-1. So a lot to be figured out over the next 2 weeks. And Collins Hill drops to 5th place and, at least for the moment, out of the playoff picture at 3-2.
And it's still 28-2. That's the last update we had, and obviously that's got to be turning 4th quarter pretty soon. So we always talk about regions being in the blender.
Yep.
After tonight, the region is back in the blender.
Shane Flanagan on the run right there. And Nelly, we've talked a lot about Region 1, and rightfully so this season, with #1 Colquitt County and, of course, Lee County, that broke into the top 10 of our GPB rankings this week after their big win over Lowndes. And, of course, Valdosta is also ranked, and Camden right now is the team on the outside looking in the playoff picture. They've got, you know, Region 7 and Region 1 easily, I think, the toughest regions in the entire state of Georgia.
And think about Region 1 for a second. This is their week off. This is the last week off. Next 2 weeks, they mop up their schedules. Right now, Tift County and Camden County are the 2 teams who are looking in. But as we all know, there are no homecoming games in Region 1. There's always going to be a game that comes up and bites you. And for Camden to be 0-3 and 5-3 right now, the first time since '99 that they've lost even 2 region games, and coming out of the blocks 0-3, A, that says a lot about what Region 1 is right now. And B, we had Lee County, what, at #9 in the GPB poll? That says a lot about what Coach Fabrizio has done with that first year of him coming into Region 1 6A, because they were, what, 29-0 as a group in their non-region schedule. And they're going to be playing the Tucker Lovejoy region coming into that first round of the playoffs, so that could give you some interesting matchups with the 3 and the 4 having to come to Atlanta to play Tucker and Lovejoy.
Absolutely. Camden, when you talk about Camden County, you're talking about a 3-time state championship program in the 2000s. Jonathan Postel with the run, his first carry of the ball game. It's Collins Hill trying to break the shutout here in the final minutes of this ball game.
Does a good job. I like Collins Hill still fighting here. Does a good job getting outside, running the ball. And that's what you want to do. You want to still work on your game. The season's not over yet. Collins Hill still has a lot to fight for. Keep competing. That's all you can do right now. Can't control what's on the scoreboard, but you can control your effort.
Postel on the carry again inside the 5-yard line. Collins Hill, well, the good thing about Collins Hill's schedule is they still can control their own destiny, despite the fact that right now they drop out of the playoff picture, at least for the time being, because they've got home games coming up against Peachtree Ridge and Norcross. You win those next 2, you're going to be in the playoffs. So they're by no means out of it, even though they're taking a huge beatdown tonight. One of the worst, certainly, in school history, and certainly the worst ever in the history of this rivalry.
Well, that's why you want to play it all out on the field. Whether you're Peachtree Ridge, Norcross, Collins Hill, North Gwinnett, you want to play it out on the field. So the best teams are going to win on the field, and that's going to decide the playoffs. But I mean, it's going to be a heck of a run these last couple games. I'm excited about watching it.
Well, you're going to work it. You're not just going to watch it. You're going to work it with us.
Well, you know, we got ways of also working it and watching it.
Well, there you go. There's the touchdown that finally breaks the shutout. The touchdown pass complete to Jason Bankhead. Here's your TCSG touchdown replay. The touchdown toss from Horn to Bankhead.
That's a good job by Horn, setting his feet, being patient, and getting that toe and that elbow pointed towards his receiver. Nice job, nice delivery.
No, wandered off.
Nice delivery by Monty Horn.
Eric Fuentes on for the PAT for the first time tonight. And it's 51-7 with 32 seconds to play.
It's good. You want to see the offense, the Collins Hill offense finish with some momentum, prepare for next week. Because, again, I can't say it enough. Anytime you lose 11 starters and you start from scratch, there are going to be some challenges. And we've talked about this beat down or getting beat, but when Collins Hill goes back and looks at this tape, they're going to look at the fumbles. They're going to look at the punts. They're going to look at the turnovers. They're going to look at some of the little things that affect you when you're playing against a seasoned veteran team like this Mill Creek team. And this will help them down the run as they move forward and try to give themselves a chance to win the next two and give themselves a chance to get in the playoffs.
And the one common denominator for Collins Hill in their 3 losses this season to Dacula, to North Gwinnett, and now to Mill Creek is problems in the punting game. They had punts blocked against Dacula. They had a punt blocked against North Gwinnett. Didn't have a punt blocked tonight, but they had bad snaps and what led to the punter being tackled by not even punting the ball. So all 3 losses, they've had trouble in the punt game, and that's been a sore spot for head coach Kevin Reach, because he says they've always been very good on their punt and punt coverage teams, and that has not been the case for them here in 2014.
Yeah, and those are the kind of things that drive you crazy as a coach when you work on, some of the things you do in practice, snap and the handling of the ball by the punter, because at that point you're in control of basically the entire team when you're punting the ball. You're controlling the ball. So nonetheless, good game by Mill Creek. Collins Hill will have to go back, lick their wounds, and get ready to fight another day.
51-7. The demolition complete here in Houston, Georgia, as Mill Creek now 5-3 overall, 4-1 in Region 7 6A. They've won 3 straight. They snapped Collins Hill's winning streak at 3 games, as the Eagles also dropped to 5-3 and now 3-2 in the region. And the road gets no easier for either one of these teams. Mill Creek now on the road next week at Norcross. Collins Hill will be at home against Peachtree Ridge. And both teams, despite the result of tonight's ball game, not in the playoffs yet. Both with work yet to do. 51-7 the final, but Mill Creek looks darn good.
Mill Creek does look real good. I mean, they got a phenomenal quarterback. They got a defense that's getting better and better by the week. So we'll see what the future holds for both of these teams. But I like what Mill Creek did, and I like that Collins Hill finished strong here, and they have to get back to the drawing board and start working.
Well, Chuck, looking forward to trick-or-treating with you next week, Halloween night, next Friday night, Tucker at Lovejoy at Thousand Oaks Stadium. Look forward to seeing you there.
I look forward to seeing you, bro.
I think it's 12 Oaks Stadium. I think I called it Thousand Oaks at 12 Oaks Stadium down in Lovejoy. Thousand Oaks, that's where the Dallas Cowboys used to practice. But we will be at 12 Oaks Stadium next week. Now down to John Nelson.
Thank you very much. Down here with Coach Jarvis, and I'm going to just echo what Matt said just a second ago. Mill Creek looks darn good.
Well, yeah, we started out the year, we had high expectations, and even as coaches and players, we wasn't shying away from it, and I think we were trying to do a little more than what we're capable of instead of just being simple and play good football. And in saying that, this all goes to the kids. They are all in right now, and it's just been a fun. The last 3 or 4 weeks, we've seen this coming, but obviously playing a very good opponent in Collins Hill. I have to be honest, I think we all are not – you don't go in the game not thinking you're going to beat them, we knew we could win the football game, but how well our kids played tonight, it's impressive to us. And so they just bought in, and they're doing the little things right. And we got the fundamentals squared away. Our defense, I can't say enough about them, and they've gotten better each week this year. And then offensively, our offensive line has played well throughout the year with our running backs and the quarterbacks, receivers, that made the plays when they had to tonight. So extremely proud of the whole team in all three phases. But the key is we got to keep this. And like we said, we've got a team that I feel like can get sound in all three areas, and that's what they're doing. So it should be fun as long as we stay focused and keep it simple, and we can get ready for this next opponent in Norcross.
All right, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
All right, let's send it over to Mark and Claire because I think something called the post-game show starts right now.
Absolutely right, John. Welcome to our GPB Football Fridays in Georgia post-game show. I'm Mark Harmon.
And I'm Claire Sims. We are going to have scores from games all around the state. We are going to have some highlights from tonight's game and some interviews with star players. And it is all leading up to the replay of tonight's matchup between Collins Hill and Mill Creek.
But first of all, let's check in and see how this game all shook out. Tonight's game, a big Region 7 matchup. Both teams coming in 3-1 in region play. Let's pick up the action in the first quarter. Mill Creek with the football, taking on the Eagles of Collins Hill. And number 24, Jonathan Hawkins, just a huge game. He takes the handoff. He goes 40 yards for the touchdown. This put Mill Creek up 7-0. Then he crashes across the goal line in the second quarter to make it 13-0. Still in the second quarter, who gets it? Number 24, Jonathan Hawkins. He goes into the end zone, 20-0. It's 23-zip at the half. We move now to third quarter play. Jonathan Hawkins, 4 touchdowns, just like Al Bundy, 30-0. And later in the third quarter, Brian Efignani, he scores one of his 2 touchdowns, and Mill Creek goes on to win this football game, 51-7 your final score. Stay tuned a little bit later. We'll have our play of the game.
And if I had to guess, I'm guessing that we saw a lot of the person who is standing next to John Nelson. John, who is our star player of the game?
Well, let's see. Let's call it a toss-up. We got the quarterback who's still one short of the Mill Creek record and the running back who scored a lot of them early. So let's start with the quarterback because my first question for Daniel is, since we kind of didn't see it on the replay, how are those ribs?
They're fine now. I got hit from both sides, and I lost my breath for a little bit. So I tried getting up to go to the next play, but they didn't let me. They made me come out. So.
How big a win was this? I know you look at the scoreboard and everyone's shocked it was 51-7, but this is obviously everyone getting to full song at the right time.
Yeah, it's a good win to get our momentum going. We're trying to win out, so that was a good win to get us started.
All right, don't move. I'm coming right back. All right, Jonathan, let's talk about what was going on early in the day. It seemed like those big road graders with the big beards that you seem to be trying to grow too, they were making big holes for you.
Yeah, they played great. It was just fun following their blocks all night.
What's it like when you've got guys that are like 6'5", 11 billion pounds, making holes for you and making it almost look too easy at times?
It definitely helps. The way we work in practice, those guys grind it out. We all grind it out, work on timing. Dan, quarterback with the timing. So it just feels good to come together and just put the score up like that.
All right, let me come to the quarterback. One more question. All right, you're kind of getting the offensive lineman beard going. How long did it take you to get to the Wolfman stage here?
I don't even know. I don't know how to answer that. About a few weeks.
He cut it every now and then.
I cut it, yeah. I have to clean it up every now and then.
Wait, he cut it?
He cuts it.
Now, how long did it take you to get yours?
We both cut it, so about 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, if I did 2 weeks, I wouldn't even get to that point. It almost looked like the Miami Vice Sonny Crockett scuffly stuff. So let's send it back over to Mark and Claire. Thanks to you guys. Congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
John Nelson, always with the inquiring mind and trying to get those answers that everybody wants to know.
Yeah, that took an interesting turn. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is a game that people have been talking about throughout the night, and they were looking forward to it all week. Our Grace Olson is standing by with a little bit about what people are saying about online about this big matchup.
Okay,
Grace?
We always talk about couch gating. We did have some couch gators because our games always stream live online on the website at gpb.org/sports and on our football app that you can download free from the App Store. So we had actually our trivia winner for the night that we quiz everybody during the game. Our trivia winner Jared Yaldell was watching all the way from Granville, South Carolina. So it's really awesome to have everybody watching from not only in Georgia, in the Peach State, but people love watching Georgia football from all over. So if you're watching next week from somewhere around the country, around the world, make sure you always let us know where you're watching from. We love to share that with our viewers. And obviously, we've been posting a lot to social media all throughout the night on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on Facebook, we have a whole album dedicated to tonight's games. And it's tonight's game, I'm sorry. And it's not only about the football players, it's about everybody else involved. And I'm going to try to show you without too much glare from the stadium lights here, but here's the Facebook page. And there's a lot that goes on and that goes into high school football games than the football players. The bands, the cheerleaders are a huge part of it too. So here you can see we've uploaded videos from their entire halftime performances. And so you can find all of that online if you like us on Facebook. GPB Sports, find us. Mark?
All right, Grace, thanks very much. One of my pictures is in there with the cheerleaders from Mill Creek as well. Let's check out some of the scores from around the state on our Georgia EMC scoreboard, and there are upsets to pass along. Decula and Grayson, both these teams unbeaten. Decula leading by a field goal right now, 20-17 in the third. The Hughes-Westlake game has been postponed tonight. Peachtree Ridge leading Norcross 28-2 in the third quarter. Peachtree Ridge wins. There's a four-way tie on the top of Region 7-6A. Milton has defeated Woodstock 30-13. It is McEachern leading Kennesaw State 28-6 in the third. Ware County over Statesboro 40-7 in the third. It is Allatoona winning over Paulding County 41-20 in the third. Buford 51-3 over North Oconee. Woodward Academy has knocked off previously unbeaten Sandy Creek, a final 28-7, and Marist blanks Columbia 41-0. For complete Georgia high school football scores, download the GPB Sports app for your iPhone or your iPad. Just go to the App Store. It is absolutely free. And that brings us to tonight's GPB Football Fridays play of the game. The play of the game came early in the game. First quarter of the game. One of the first handoffs of the game. Jonathan Hawkins, he goes 40 big yards for the first touchdown of the day. That made it 7-0, and Mill Creek goes on to win this football game by a final of 51-7. And that is our GPB post-game play of the game.
Yep, we saw a lot of that tonight.
He did. He had 4 touchdowns tonight. Played an excellent game.
Yeah, congratulations to them. And now, somebody we want to see a lot of the rest of the evening. This is Phil Proctor, one of our favorite people from Georgia Traveler. Thank you for being here.
Oh, shucks. You say that to everybody, don't you?
No!
Okay.
There's only 4 of you.
Well, that is true, so I guess we can split it up, man. Thanks so much. I love being here.
No problem. And you guys did something recently. Foxfire Museum?
Yeah, the Foxfire Museum and Heritage Center is located up in Mountain City. And it actually would give you a taste of what it was like around the turn of the century, Southern Appalachia. It's an outdoor museum, and the best way to enjoy it is to just take the walk like I did. Check this out.
Let's now travel to the hills with Phil as he discovers an outdoor museum that offers a glimpse of 1800s mountain living.
Hey Traveler family, it's Big Phil Proctor, and have I got a travel destination for you located in the North Georgia mountains. It's called the Foxfire Museum and Heritage Center. It's an outdoor museum, and y'all know I enjoy being outdoors, but I never had an idea what it would be like to take a tour of an outdoor museum.
It all began in 1966 when a group of high school students wanted to take their English class outside of the classroom.
It came about as part of the Foxfire magazine class. Students were out interviewing people, preserving their culture and heritage, and all along the people were giving them items to store, preserve for future generations. So the students needed a place to house those things and display them, and they came up with this idea to create this village that we're at. And it's evolved into the museum that we're at today.
Consisting of approximately 20-plus cabins, the Foxfire Museum and Heritage Center takes you back in time and offers a unique perspective into Southern Appalachian living in the 1800s.
Notice that it's dark because there was no electricity back then and there weren't windows.
Right. In the early 1800s around here, you couldn't get glass. So houses were built without windows, so it's very dark in there. People would use candles and, of course, a fireplace.
All right, so what is this cabin that we're walking up on now?
This is our wagon shed.
The wagon shed.
We store 2 of our wagons in it. The one on the right there is, we call it the Judd Nelson wagon, and it was made by Judd Nelson for Foxfire.
Okay.
Made the entire thing himself. He was a master blacksmith. Many different individuals donated hand planes that you saw down there, the shaving horses. Some of them were actually made for Foxfire and then donated as part of an article. The draw knives and saws and augers were all donated by various people throughout the years.
You get a lot of students that come up here. How do you keep their attention?
Well, we try to get them engaged with some hands-on activities. We do the laundry. We have tools that they use. We have toys that they play with in our folk art gallery. So giving them things that they can handle and touch and use gives them more sense of how people used to do things.
Now, I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and it was time to get my hands on something.
Okay, Barry, you finally got me in here. I see a lot of tools. I see a lot of wood, and I see, what is this?
Well, this is our shaving horse, and that's a draw knife sitting there. We use the draw knife on the shaving horse.
I'd like to try this and see what it was like back in the 1800s.
And try it is what I did. I also took a whack at becoming a blacksmith.
Okay, so I dropped a few.
This is soft coal, and it helps get our wood going and then our coal going. We're getting ready now. To work the metal, you heat it up so that it's soft. And when it's soft, you shape it. That's the process you're doing all day.
Okay. Well, you know what? We've had a good time in the blacksmith shop. I still want to go see more.
Okay.
Our next stop on this quarter-mile trail was the broom maker and the village weaver. It was exciting to watch these two talented, skillful women perfect their art. Now, with all the hard work these folks had going on back then, you had to amuse yourself in some kind of way. I found a pair of stilts, and I couldn't leave without trying them on for size.
I know the Temptations used to do a dance, but I'm going to try to do it on these stilts. There's a yeah.
So if you're traveling north on 985 towards North Georgia, stop by the Foxfire Museum and Heritage Center for some great history and some old school fun.
That's it. Big Phil, I'm out. Woo!
You are the last person on earth who needs stilts, Phil Proctor.
Yeah, but you know what? The fun of just being on them, man. When I grew up, my grandfather used to make those for us as kids.
Really?
And so we would just go out and just have fun on them. So that's what I was doing, having fun.
Very cool.
You know, I don't know about the Temptations. It looked like the Icky Wood Shuffle there on top of those.
You know what?
stilts.
You're so perceptive.
Yeah.
I knew you would know. That's why he the man.
That's what it looked like. Well, I'll send it over to the other man, the author of 4 books, 2 on high school football in the great state of Georgia. Let's check in with John Nelson. He's got some score updates, and I bet there's some humdingers tonight, John.
Yes, and we're going to break the fourth wall to give you the first one. Okay, if we would please go to score 50-20 as we have it in the truck, because it's an upset, and there's a reason I'm showing it. It's Decula and Grayson. Before we get to the score, we'll show you the tease. Here's the tease of what happened. Decula with the upset over Grayson. 27-17 the final score. So big win for Decula in that region. That brings Grayson back to the pile a little bit. That puts Decula in a solid performance right there for a 1 or a 2 seed when it comes to Region 8. Archer was also winning tonight last time we checked with Central Gwinnett. So Archer's solidifying their way into the postseason. Let's get into some final scores. Central Carroll 42-14 over Cedartown. Kyle Terrell 13 carries, 275 yards. And as Mark would say, he got an Al Bundy. 4 scores. So Central Carroll stays undefeated at 8-0. Also a final on the books. Fitzgerald over Pelham by the score of 42-0. Jason Strickland and the Purple Hurricane seem to be hitting full song at the right time. Also, Marist, no problems with Columbia. Buford was rolling over North Oconee. Hart County was rolling over Oconee County as well. Calvary Day had a lead over Claxton. So, you know, Mark, I had to say Al Bundy because if I'm not mistaken, it is 4 touchdowns, right? It's 4 touchdowns if you're doing an Al Bundy, right?
4 touchdowns in 1 game. That's absolutely right.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to just double check to make sure that it was in fact 4 touchdowns. So once again, Central Carroll, they were having problems getting to 500 a couple of years ago, and they are now at full song at 8-0, making hopefully another deep run into the playoffs like they did last year. We'll have more scores and maybe more pictures in a bit.
And, of course, Al Bundy played at Polk High School. Everyone remembers that.
trivia. Next time you have, I don't know. Anyway, all right, coming up on the GPB postgame show, there is a lot more ahead. Phil is going to take us fishing.
All right, I like fishing. And stay tuned for the replay of the Collins Hill Mill Creek football game. The postgame show will be right back after this timeout. Stay with us.
These are my classmates. In 9th grade, there were 100 of us. That's me. Only 56 of us graduated high school. And only 37 of us decided to continue our schooling at 2- and 4-year colleges. Can you believe out of 37, only 9 finished? Guys, we can do better than that. Let's complete the picture.
Next time on Finding Your Roots, rapper Nas, actor Angela Bassett, and presidential advisor Valerie Jarrett meet their enslaved ancestors.
A receipt for a human being.
It says name of slave owner, Angus Taylor.
It's astounding to see people who were considered 3/5 of a human being, to find them.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday at 8 on GPB.
From a social reformer who illuminates the plight of the poor, to a sci-fi fan's experiment with gases, he decides to pass a current of electricity through them. Illuminating our world revolutionized how we live in ways we would never expect.
On Y Wednesday at 10, only on GPB.
Welcome back to the GPB Football Fridays in Georgia post-game show. We're live in Houston, Georgia, where the Mill Creek Hawks have just hosted and defeated the Eagles of Collins Hill.
And we are going to replay that game for you in just a few minutes. But first, we are enjoying a visit from everybody's favorite traveler host, Phil Proctor. And Phil, recently, our other favorite traveler host, David Zelski, went fishing.
He sure did. And if you know David, David enjoys fishing. He got a chance to go down right off the coast of Savannah. Miss Judy 2 is the boat that he was on. And they went, I guess, fishing for some of my favorite fish, which would be sheephead. But David will also tell you exactly why we call them jailfish.
This week's journey begins off the Savannah coast with Miss Judy Charters. Let's head out to the ocean and go fish. Journey into the deep with the maiden of the Atlantic Ocean, Miss Judy Helmy.
It is my life. There's nothing like fishing.
She spends so much time at sea that being on land makes her seasick. She charts and navigates these waters every day and knows where and when the fish are going to bite.
Almost 40 years of records. And I know where they're going to be because I can track them.
So aboard Miss Judy 2 with our knowledgeable captain feeling completely at ease. And why not? She's been at it since the mid-60s.
I joined my father in the fishing business when I was about 14. And after my mother passed, I fished with him every day. So that's how I learned how to navigate.
Her dad, Mr. Sherman Helmy, infectiously known as Moose, launched Savannah's first charter fishing business in 1956. But fishing was not his only profession.
My father worked for Al Capone in the 30s.
Really?
He had great ties with the mafia. He wasn't Italian, but you know, when they came to towns like Savannah, on the coast like this where they could bring in the liquor, they hired the locals. Why not? He could navigate. He would pick the liquor up. They'd bring it back into the creeks. He made an offer Daddy couldn't refuse.
I've heard that line before.
And the rest is history. And Daddy worked for him for 7 years.
Part of this fishing experience with Judy are the stories you'll hear along the way, often conceived from a life lesson from Dad, but always fascinating.
This is a female.
This is a female.
Now tell me, there is an obvious difference between females and males,
Right,
but
and
sea bass, it's a little different.
My father always told me that they all started as female. Now they can change back and forth. I mean, this is born a female,
Okay.
and this fish will turn into a male later on in life.
See ya.
Our excursion was on a warm winter day, so these gender-shifting sea bass and sheep's head, also known as convict fish, were the game of the day. And man, did we ever hit the mother lode.
Catch me a big one.
Very good.
Government regulations place sea bass on the catch and release list for this day, so sheep's head were the catch of the day.
Now we're talking.
It's this. Then you get this. See the teeth? Now he can grab a crab, suck it in, spit it out, get all the meat out and spit it out before you can even know he's on there. And my father used to always say, you gotta set the hook before he bites the hook. Sure. And they used to always blow me away, but
You gotta know. Yeah.
probably gonna need a net.
Woo. Yeah, he's pulling.
You're doing a great job. Oh yeah, oh
There's the
yeah.
sheep's
Oh, it's
head.
a nice one right over there,
Back
Timmy.
into it. Oh, oh no, no!
He took off. Okay, okay. The good news about it is
Yeah, I'm okay.
I have no memory,
Okay.
so we could catch him again.
All right, all right.
And that we did. Not the same fish, but bigger than the one that got away. Of course.
You're doing a great job. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Revenge. Got him.
This one's a big one. You gotta let him run, and you didn't give him any slack, and thus you caught this. Woo, and that right there is a lot of food. Georgia has,
Serious sheep's head.
that's serious, what I'm talking about.
And just when we had stocked up enough fish to feed a small village, the big reel began to spin.
Woo!
A trophy redfish, my friends.
Okay.
Get him, Dita. Like this.
So what do you do when you catch a trophy? Tag him.
I gotta tag him. It's not easy. 41 total. What's your fish's number? 42204.
Angler remarks. Let's see. Caught the biggest, baddest fish in the sea.
Love it.
It's an epic sea adventure, and the game's always changing with the seasons. Judy knows when the fish are biting and whether it's a day for deep sea or inshore fishing. All of her co-captains are trained by this master caster, so put on your sea legs and get ready for the catch of a lifetime.
That was awesome.
Yeah, if I'm tagging fish, I'm tagging them whether I'm going to grill them or broil them.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was great. Thank you so much for taking us along on that.
Well, you know, I enjoy it.
Well, good.
I
We do
love
too.
to fish.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like?
David
You like-
didn't take me there.
Okay.
He took me zip lining, not
and that
fishing.
was what he told me about it. It's like, I get a chance to check him out fishing, but you did zip lining, and I was just a little jealous about that. I don't want to talk about it right now.
All right, speaking of zip lining, let's check in with John Nelson. He went he didn't really zip too much on down the line. He got stuck, but he's not stuck on scores.
Yeah, my
let's check
zip
in with
my
John
zip-
Nelson.
My zip lining was zip. How about that?
There you go.
All right, now, a couple of things. I'm going to have Grace look something up. At the same time, I'm going to tell you a story. Remember back in Johns, Georgia, we showed you Shannon Brooks, the leading rusher in the state. Here was Shannon last week in the 69-34 win over Lafette. He had a 99-yard run. He had 269 yards in the first half. Tonight, to add to this, he had 1,729 yards, 230 clear of the field, leading rusher in the state. Tonight, Pickens County set history. They're in the playoffs for the first time since 2005, and they have run Shannon Brooks all the way to do that with a 23-0 win over Heritage Catoosa. Pickens County is in the playoffs for the first time since 2005. So congratulations to the folks up in Jasper and up in the Mountain Region. We've had a lot of great Mountain Region football this year, and there's been a big celebration, I know, at Pickens County. Their JV team had a championship yesterday, and the varsity team is in the playoffs. They are 7-1, 23-0 shutout over Heritage Catoosa. So Shannon Brooks and Pickens County are in the playoffs. We're still looking for a final score when it comes to the action with Peachtree Ridge and Norcross, because we all know if Peachtree Ridge hangs on in that game, that this region that we're in tonight with the Mill Creek Collins Hill game, it goes back in the blender. You've got teams with 1 loss up and down. It's probably going to be 5 teams for 4 slots. In a lot of regions, it's 5 teams for 4 slots right now, and some it's 6 for 4 slots. So we're going to have all the action for you, all the scores. You can go to the GPB Sports app. Grace, what are you looking at up there? You're looking at Twitter, right?
You're doing at Twitter because we're talking about Shannon Brooks.
Okay. All right. So Q&A, I've asked to see how many yards Shannon Brooks has tonight. Hopefully we'll have an answer for you. But go to the GPB Sports app, download it. It's free at the iStore, the App Store, right?
The App Store.
App Store, right.
It's all for eyes, but it's from the App Store.
Thank you. See, I'm as good at this as Mark when it comes to telling you where it is. It's free. It's at the App Store. You can get all the scores, all the news, all the information, all the standings up to date. Go to the App Store. Download it now. Friend us on Facebook at GPB Sports. Follow Mark on Twitter, or as he says, the Twitter machine. Follow me on Twitter. Grace?
GPB Mark Harmon.
Yeah, GPB Mark Harmon. You got Grace.
And Grace E. Olson on Twitter.
And me, I'm at OSG Nelson. You've got Claire Sims. You can have a lot of interaction with us because that's part of the conversation. It's a two-way street here on Football Friday. So we're going to send it back over that way.
Before that,
real
259 yards at halftime Shannon Brooks had. I'm still looking for a final, but that's what we've got at halftime.
All right, so that puts him over 2,000 for the year. Back to you guys, back in a bit.
You know, I love this time of year. We just got 2 games left of the regular season. Then we head into the playoffs. Of course, the championships are GPB as well in the Georgia Dome in December. But, boy, this time of year, anything has happened. Every game is huge.
Yep. It's the most wonderful time of the year, Mark.
That sounds like Christmas Carol.
No. It's the last few weeks of football season.
Okay. Let's check in with Grace now with a last look at social media. Grace?
Okay, so we've talked a lot about Twitter. We've talked a lot about Facebook and the GPB football app. But don't forget, we do have an Instagram page as well. And this is another place where we are uploading photos constantly all throughout the week and throughout the game. I need help. I can't do it by myself. And we do have short video clips. So the longer videos that we take during halftime, the full band performances and everything, that's on Facebook. But the shorter clips we've got right here. Let's do the little back arrow. There we go. That works. So you got the crew on here. You got all the fans. You've got the videos of the cheerleaders. And everybody showing spirit, so make sure to check us out on Instagram. And before we close this out, another thing we've got on Instagram right now is a photo of that GPB Mark Harmon with our producer Kiosha, who's in the truck right now. There she is. But Alicia, who's also on our crew, says our producer Kiosha trying to teach the charming Mark Harmon how to use his new phone, because Mark just jazzed it up in the phone department, didn't he?
He's got an Android. Everybody celebrate. He's in the late 20th century. Back to you guys.
You know, they make fun of my flip phone. I miss that flip phone, but I'm creeping into the 20th century slowly. I'm about 1988.
So I just have to share a quick story. Mark didn't know how to answer the phone. He kept pushing the button. He didn't know you had to swipe. But now you're there. You can answer the phone now.
Man, I'm swiping. I'm sending messages. I'm texting people. It's just fabulous.
With a little help from his friends.
That's right.
All right. Oh, my gosh. Well, that is it for our Football Fridays in Georgia wrap-up show from tonight's Collins Hill Mill Creek game.
Next week, GPB will be at 12 Oak Stadium as the Tucker Tigers travel to Hampton, Georgia to take on the Lovejoy Wildcats.
Don't forget, we're going to have a repeat broadcast of the All Access Pass and tonight's Collins Hill Mill Creek game. That is going to kick off in just a couple of minutes, and you can watch all of the action again.
So for all of us here at GPB Sports, thanks for joining us on football. Whoa, that's a scary group, but next week's Halloween. But thanks for joining us on Football Fridays in Georgia. We have you covered every single Friday night all the way to the state championship games in the Georgia Dome in December. So until next time, from 12 Oak Stadium, Lovejoy and Tucker, have a great week. And so long, everybody.
Bye.